character creation.
Yeah.
Right. Karma is very much a main thing in the Fallouts. It sucks that they took it away in 4. I liked the karma system.
I do too.
New Vegas did a decent version of it with the like and dislike with each of the factions. I did like that too.
I think that it should be a core function of every game. If there is a faction, you should A, have a status level with them from hatred through unknown to loved, and if you wear their gear, they shouldn't be able to identify you from a distance. No matter what. If you wear raider gear, a raider at a distance won't attack you. But if you walk up and talk to him and be like, hey, wait a minute, you're not part of our tribe, who the hell are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out it's in the Vault 7.
There's nothing in Vault 7.
No, in the Vault 7, the handout you have?
Oh, okay, yes, sorry. I thought you were talking about in the game. I was like, wait a minute. I looked for lore on Vault 7. There isn't any. That's why I chose it. You're playing with my emotions.
No. In your handout.
Yeah.
It says 7 major groups, family lines exist, so on, and it gives like 1 through 7 of each of the special stats.
Yes,
is that something we pick, or?
Yes. So, for those who are not going to be a Mr. Handy or the Duwamish tribe member, I did post in Discord. In the, I hope I put in the Fallout campaign chat. It's a handout called Fallout Character Creation. It's just a text document. It goes through the steps, so you can reference that if switching to the book is annoying. But at the very beginning, it talks about the different lines that are in the vault, how people have been raised. Again, this is with the purpose of anticipating the release when people get to go out and reestablish civilization, recover the apocalypse. So everybody would be from one of the families. And I purposely left the naming out so that you guys have some agency in further defining that. But you'll have kind of the categorical focus of education, main color representation. The attribute there is just kind of a focus, but it's not like you have to make that your best attribute by any means.
So what you're telling me is I can start off with 10 luck.
So let me...
What was that, sorry, Coral?
So what you're telling me is I could start off with 10 luck.
All the luck.
Potentially... I don't think they,
Doesn't say what it does
you have
for me.
5 points to spend.
Yeah.
Nothing can go above 10. So I don't think there's a problem with that. If you wanted.
I need to see what luck does. I always do this as funny.
So, luck describes how much fortune smiles upon you. Luck is not associated with any skills and isn't used on default attribute for any tests. Any situation where success relies more on chance than ability, GM may call for you to use luck in place of another attribute. Similarly, you can use luck in place of another attribute by spending a luck point before you roll. Obviously, this works better if your luck is higher than the attribute it replaces. So if you have all those luck points, and then you're like, I'm just going to make this roll with luck, and that's my awesome attribute, it does give you a lot of leeway to do that for everything, but you are limited by your points. And, you know, I would encourage you not to spam it, but if that's what your character is kind of all about.
No, I don't think I'd do that.
He's horrible at everything, but goddamn is he lucky.
Yeah, basically.
There are people like that in real life. A lot of them are like, born rich and become politicians even though they suck at business and stuff. It happens.
Let's see here. Character creation. Here we go.
Yeah, let me know if you need any pages or anything, but yeah, so
character
the
creation starts at 42.
oh yeah, so 42 is where it will give you the descriptions of the attributes and how they apply. I would recommend, if you're kind of familiar with just the basics, page 50 begins the actual in-depth creation, where you will start with your origin, which again for everybody will be Vault Dweller, except for, optionally, one Survivor, part of the Duwamish tribe, and optionally one Mr.
Do we
Handy.
have character sheets?
You should be able to create a character sheet. If it doesn't, looks like Goose has
Oh,
got one going.
Like little
Yep.
plus character up there?
Yep.
Okay.
If I make one for you and you make one for you, then the game will keep reloading both, and it becomes a really frustrating thing because it's a Roll20 bug. So I used to make blank sheets and then be like, hey, grab one of the blank sheets and edit it to your liking, but now it gets weird.
Alrighty. There we go. Named it Torufu for now. To be changed later.
Yeah, that's fine.
So all our stats start at 4. Is that what I'm seeing? And then we have 5 points to pump.
Yes, but you will first want to look at your background, and I would encourage all you guys to kind of talk together and see if there's anybody who wants to call dibs on Mr. Handy or the Survivor.
I'm cool with being a Vault Dweller.
Oh yeah, I'm totally fine with Vault Dweller. I already have kind of an idea of what I want to do.
Okay.
The Brotherhood Initiate, no.
What does the Survivor get? Or is it different than the Vault Dweller?
It absolutely is. So you get to choose...
Survivor, page 56.
Yeah, 56 is the page for Survivor, and Vault Dweller will be next to it. You will look at the traits. You get to choose 2 of the traits on the table, or 1 trait and an extra perk, which there's a whole bunch of perks that you can choose from. That's a whole thing. That lets you focus on detailed character. The Vault Dweller has just a very specific trait of Vault Kid. Which gives you an extra specialized skill and a bonus to tests against disease. One of the traits you can choose as a Survivor is small frame. I know you like.
Yeah,
to play
I was
with
looking
people.
at that.
So it gives you a bonus on agility tests, but reduces your carry weight, which isn't a terrible detriment.
I could be a Survivor.
Okay. And so the Duwamish tribe, the way it's going to be represented in the post-war is going to be more of an amalgamation of the local native tribes, because there are quite a few of them in this area here. And I definitely want to be respectful of the heritage. So I've been a little bit broad and really kind of integrated them into focus on, it was the Duwamish tribe who lived specifically in the Seattle area when it was founded. And there are handouts, you can see the Seattle pre-war and the Duwamish tribe pre-war. Also a couple of historical figures like Chief Seattle. And so there will be some native lore, and there will be quests surrounding that. And you, of course, having lived outside the vault, will have a little more knowledge of the surrounding area. Outside of that, I don't want to give too many more spoilers.
Duamish.
So there
Those
is the
are
Emerald
the
City
Canadian?
folder. I mean, they may have Canadian influences, or people could have migrated there. Canada does have its own reservations and stuff, but Duwamish is very specifically the Seattle area.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so the Emerald City folder will have a pre-war folder within that, and there'll be one for the city history, and then the Duwamish tribe history. And sad spoiler alert, while they didn't get it as bad as other native tribes, they still got screwed over, just as all of them did when white settlers came through.
Yeah, I was looking at this to see
Regularly kicked off of their home.
pull information up on it, but I couldn't really find much. Duwamish.
So I'm willing to bet that video would probably, I mean, at the least it'll mention them because they are significant
Video?
in having lived in Seattle. But that handout does pretty well at overview on their history and stuff.
That's cool. I'm looking for traits. Where do I put traits down at? If I'm a vault dweller, that means I have the vault kid trait.
Yes.
Is that a
So there is
perk?
going to be, yes, at the bottom of the perk page, bottom left, will be
Ah,
a yellow
there it
box
is.
for traits.
Add? I wonder if I can... Traits. No results found. Okay.
Oh, I don't have the compendium yet for Fallout. I do plan on getting that this week.
Alright, so vault kid.
I want dog meat.
I am perfectly
Do it.
willing to copy paste anything if you guys are like, hey, this is my list of perks. I will, out of game, do all the copy pasting for you if you don't want to deal with that. And the dog meat trait is awesome. And so when you're building your survivor, when it says you can choose 2 of the following traits or 1 trait and additional perk, you can spend, again, you're not obligated to get small frame, but if you like that, you could get small frame and dog meat, and that would cover your bases.
How many perks do you normally get? 1?
So you get your first perk for free.
Okay.
Just the 1, yeah. And that's outside of what the survivor gives you. So you would technically be able to start with 2 if you took that route. Alternatively, you could use your free 1 for dog meat and then take 2 of the survivor traits. And then when it comes to, for this specific vault, for those who are going with the Vault Dweller route, everybody would pick from one of the categories and then kind of focus their skills around that application. And we want to spread that around. Of course, I do recommend that at least one, well, it would be, recommend one of you guys be a security, but that's not an obligation.
where are traits so I can see exactly what Vulcan gives me?
So that is going to be on page 57.
57.
And the Vault Kid trait, there is a mention of the experiment that takes place in the vault. As far as you guys know, this is a control vault. Which is to say it doesn't have a weird experiment. I would like to emphasize the words "as far as you know."
Yeah.
Because once you leave, and the vault is sealed behind you.
What's the penalty? Is there a penalty for this?
No. Should there be? I'll gladly add one if you'd like.
No. I'm just asking.
I would say there would be really only social penalties, and not like mechanically, but just for the fact that you'd be a little naive to the world that exists now because you've grown up in a cushy vault.
Either naive or really, really suspicious.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you've been able to be warm and well fed and watered.
The savages out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Bunch of savages in this town.
Alright, so Vault Dweller, then I go down to increase special attributes, right? And then I just kind of follow the step 2, step 3's on.
Yes.
Beginning creation of your character, every special starts at 5, and you have 5 to spend. Okay.
You can reduce ranks down to 4 to get extra points to spend. That, of course, is detrimental to that attribute. And then they do have an array that they can recommend. As far as if you kind of want a quick and easy, this set of numbers would, for example, specialize you in a certain area. The focused and specialized are good to kind of parallel alongside the family options out of the 7.
Alright, let's see here. So I have 5 points to spend. I've absolutely loved those old-timey cartoons that they made for when Fallout 4 is coming out.
Oh yeah, I had to grab them. Even the audio is fun, but yeah, the visual is great with it. For those who like having more skill variety, when it comes to spending on skill points, you will be adding on your intelligence rank to how many skill points you have available, so that is something to consider as well.
And if you're a Vault Dweller, we get an additional tag skill as well.
Indeed.
What is a tag skill?
Those would be your skill proficiencies.
Essentially, yeah.
Areas of expertise and knowledge.
Skills. See here.
And that would be, again, by the handout, your focus, you'd kind of lean into the family line, what is suggested there. And I was really vague, so like atomic theory, of course, would be under science. I was just being more specific about the function.
For science!
Oh, what kind of weaponry would I like to use? Oh, that really is going to speak to me right there.
And if you're going to be, so yeah, if you're going to be going with, leaning into like things like explosives and heavier weapons, you would probably want to be the security family.
Yeah, strength and endurance. If you want to do sneaky sniper, that's like perception and intelligence and agility. Yeah, so on and so forth. got
But it
pilot
also
in
comes
here.
with the role because if somebody is in the botany department, they're not going to know heavy weapons. That's ridiculous. That's for security to deal with. They have their own problems.
Right.
Unless they make some shoulder-mounted biological weapon, I guess, but that's a stretch. Shoot those poisonous daffodils at people that we talked about.
Fun fact for you: in Fallout 1, dog meat humped everything it ever come across. So pretty much every dog in all the Fallouts following it is a direct descendant of dog meat.
That's awesome. I know that I watched a video where they were talking about the different dog meats and how they are supposed to be different. Obviously, dog meat won't live 200,000 years. I would have liked for them to do something with the Robo Brain because in one of the first Fallouts, I don't know if it's 1 or 2, you'll probably be able to tell me, they had a whole thing with the dog that had the Robo Brain, and then you can fix him and he'll attack his master and stuff.
Uh huh. I think that was in the second one, but it was brought back in New Vegas.
Yep. And in New Vegas, you can forego the Robo Brain and make him a gun.
Yep.
Interesting.
And it's
Like
it's a little
Skippy?
gun that barks. Yeah, barks at the enemies and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Skippy is my favorite cyberpunk weapon. Dum dum dee dum. Also,
Man.
the sentient vending machine in Cyberpunk is voiced by the guy who does Connor in Detroit Become Human, which I thought was a really cool kind of. I very recently learned that, so that's just a fun fact.
Man. There's so many good perks and whatnot to pick on how you want to build your character.
Oh, yes. And there are some that do have prerequisites.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you start at level 1 or 0?
You'll be level 1.
All right, let's see here.
Your skill ranks all begin at 0. Your tag skills start at 2, but your character level will be 1.
So I thought about doing the handy, but like reading more and more and more, it's like, no.
No? Oh, why not? What has you? I'm just curious. What leans you against it?
You can't really specialize yourself like you can a meat bag. You're
Pros
limited
and
to like,
cons, yes.
yeah, you're limited to the arms you have, and healing is slow, and you can't spam stim packs.
Yeah.
It's all pretty much out of game, out of combat.
I would, of course, allow for you guys to be creative in doing upgrades and modifications and stuff with salvage or things you find. Especially, too, if one of the players ends up going the robotics family category, they would be able to very much... we can make that a little gray when it comes to healing and stuff. I wouldn't want everyone to have like a quote-unquote long rest and heal, but Mr. Handy's still sparking over there.
Yeah, it says attempting first aid action on a robot or pseudopower armor or vehicle requires an intelligence and repair check with at least a difficulty of 2.
Mm-hmm.
This increases by +1 for each injury the machine has suffered. Passing this check heals hit points equal to your repair rating. So if they only got like a repair of 2, it could take a few hours of checking to heal.
Right. All right. Well, if everyone wants to take a bathroom break, robotics player and I are going to do some checks on repair.
Yeah, machines cannot use chems, though a repair kit functions for mechanics as stim packs for a living character. Huh.
Yeah. Pros and cons. But as
Yeah,
I said, I would certainly allow for moving past that. That would definitely be where things start out. As things go on, there's always room to tweak as necessary. That being said, I wouldn't anticipate being able to turn your Mr. Handy eventually into, like, Liberty Prime, but be ambitious, I don't know.
Take the memory chip out, put me in an Assaultron. Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah.
Ice laser. Bah.
And I assume that as we level up, we can actually put points into our stats, special stats, at some point.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah.
those...
You'll be able to make improvements on everything.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh man, some of these have like high requirements.
Yes.
What does the Vault Boy symbol mean?
Oh, that is a dice. That is the D6, and they use kind of special dice where the results. So when you go to roll damage, if you get the Vault Boy face, you can trigger the special attribute of the weapon.
Okay.
Depending on what that may be.
So if I'm rolling, this is
and then
for
too,
ammo?
it's also represented, like, you'll see if it says +3 Vault Boy faces, that's 3d6.
Okay. Yeah, so for ammo, it's like 6 plus 3d6. That's what we get for ammo. Right?
Yeah.
Alright, so. Nice. I got quite a bit, actually.
That's a beautiful roll.
It is. It is a beautiful roll. Take it.
Fuck it. I'll do a hand.
Oh,
You're
that's
gonna be
so
Mr.
awesome.
Handy?
I know that I love your voice in Cyberpunk. Do you have, like, a good Codsworth voice? How's your British, sir? Or do you have another one in mind?
My British accent is not the best, and I tend to fall out of it into Australian very easily.
Yeah, that sounds Australian.
That does sound
Yeah,
Australian. Agreed.
It falls out of British really fast.
I mean, Fallout 4 did have a handy that sounded French, so, I mean...
Curie is my favorite companion. She actually, once I put her into a synth body, she's usually the one I would have a romance.
I think on my playthroughs, I have romanced one of every companion.
Yeah, I like Kate too. She just, I don't know, she's just got it so tragic, and it's really uplifting to, like, bring her out of that into the end of, I don't know, if you have a soft heart, I don't know, I'm kind of a wuss, don't mind me, but I like being able to bring her into the vault and cure her, and then just show her that life doesn't have to suck.
Right? Let's see here. Pain Train! That's funny. Definitely based off of the Fallout 4 perk tree.
Yeah, the base setting for this RPG is Boston. Like, it's essentially, yeah, you're just playing Fallout 4.
I'm trying to figure out how stealth works. But
Oh, that's not. There's a Whisper Rolls to GM button. Or
yeah,
toggle.
but yeah.
That's nice. You don't gotta type it.
They are very regularly improving that. I always forget to tell it not to whisper rolls because I try to be transparent. That's just me though. But it is.
I
nice.
just
I
like
know-
it's an option.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Torafu likes to whisper once in a while.
Every once in a
Secret
while, I'll do
things.
some stupid, silly. Let's see here.
So as a handy, I would only get 1 perk.
Think so. I think everybody just starts with the 1 perk. I think the survivor gives you just that option for an extra one.
And it was
Alright, so
5
I
points to spend, and everything starts at 5. But I can rob from Peter to pay Paul.
Yes. You can only drop your attributes down to 4. I do recommend having a pincher hand so you can grab stuff, but you're not obligated. It does say in the book you can choose not to.
It just has a knife hand, just stabs things to pick them up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with pincer, buzzsaw, and auto pistol.
Okay. And that's an example of once you're out of the vault, like you'll be able to upgrade that to a better gun base, for example.
Oh, I want plasma. I've always loved plasma in
Okay.
any of the Fallout.
Very nice.
Ma-
Puddles of
make
goo.
'em goo.
Yeah.
Yeah, make them go. Or Fallout New Vegas's, what was it? The one with the casino. DLC. Santa Madre.
Mm-hmm.
It's hollow rifle. That was fucking fun.
So which was the DLC where you get kidnapped and locked in the place with like the dark cloud and all that? You have to like track
That's it.
down. What's that?
That one.
Okay.
Sierra
So
Madre.
that expansion made me quit playing Fallout New Vegas and never touch it again.
Oh, whenever I was younger and played it the first time, I fucking hated it. But
So
playing it
for
again
me,
like
it
2 years ago and as an adult, yeah, I like it.
It was
Now
as
that I
an
can actually
adult that I
think
hated
through
it. It's 100%. They made everything monochrome, and I always get lost. I have no idea where I am. I can't use the map. I keep going in circles, and it pisses me off. And I'm like, why am I wasting hours of my life? I'm already playing a video game, which one might argue is a waste of life hours, and I'm not actually progressing within it. This is bullshit. Like, it just kept pissing me off. It was ridiculous.
Oh, I like its ending and the message it tries to impale.
So
But
that I really
completely
liked.
ignore and
Like
that I
coming to the
completely
end of it is super fun,
Yeah.
but you have to get there, and it was just like, and I don't remember the first time I played it being that frustrating, but for whatever reason, the last time I did, I kept getting lost and felt like I was just in a hedge maze. Like, it was so ridiculous. Anyway, I digress. There's so many good things about that game, and it sucks that threw me off. I might
It
go
really
back,
didn't help
give it
the
another
first
try.
time I played it. I didn't have anything spec to be able to use,
Oh,
like the hollow rifle, which is arguably the best weapon in that DLC.
oh
Because
yeah.
everything else, everything gets taken from you, and you got none of your fun weapons you came with.
Oh yeah, and that too is why I tried to start there. I tried to do that as early as possible and just not be made detrimental as such. I don't remember when it opens up as an option. Roll to assist.
Let's see.
I believe I'm pretty much done.
And so they do have, and you were talking about ammo, so you probably found the place where your starting equipment is based on your origin.
Yeah.
So you guys all have different ones for that. Wastelander for Dooney. Mr. Handy, of course, for Goose, and everyone else, the Vault Dweller pack. Page 77 is where it starts getting into that. You may have a trinket. When it comes to the trinkets, it has a roll table. If your starting pack gives you a trinket, I'm cool with you choosing from the table rather than rolling. And then they do give you extra items based on your tag skills.
I have broken eyeglasses
Ah,
as my trinket.
okay. So I am most very curious to know for, it sounds like our 2 regular human vault dwellers, which family of the 7 you'll be going with.
Pick the end.
For the sake of the setting, we're talking a little bit about music. So I've added in. There's a movie soundtrack I added in, which is kind of oldies-esque, and then I got a bunch of acoustic grunge because it fits the setting, and I was going to tie it into some other stuff with it kind of being a radio station. Does anybody present object to the sweet sounds of 90s grunge music? The likes of Nirvana and that sort of thing.
No.
So usually I'm like the old man at the table, so I never know where people kind of fall in with their preferences, comforts, and pop culture references. I feel like a lot of things I'll like mention on the side just go over heads. I just giggle to myself. It's just for me then. Can't expect everybody to have watched Sanford and Son. Oh, I just want to make sure there is a toggle for the robot sheet. Let's see. Yep, Goose is already on top of it. Okay. I forgot to mention that, sorry, but you're on it. Good deal.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how the hell this sheet works.
If there's anything specific, you may ask. I might be able to help. Some
Like
things
I
are going to be
see-
derivative, so they'll draw off of when you filled in your attributes and skills, but
Like my arms. Is there a specific place to add them? Like I see robot mods equipped to 0 of 3. Like, is that my arms? Because on the core page, the arms are all for like
for the
damage
damage
resistance
ratings and stuff. Yeah, that
yeah,
would
and for
be
HP.
over in the gear. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm clicking on your page, and that probably
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So under mods, you'll have armor, clothing, and robot, and then opening up the robot mods would be a place to put that in. Again, I do plan on having the compendium by the end of the week here, and we should be able to drag and drop stuff. For now, I can definitely copy paste that stuff in for you. If you don't want to go through the tedium of doing that. Let's see, what was the...
Do I have to have a gun?
No.
It says the starting equipment I get.
Yes, so you would have one of the Wastelander packs on page 79. And then it goes to the next page there. All of them are going to try to arm you with a pipe gun, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, looks to me. You don't have to start with the gun. You can have another melee weapon instead. Or
Could I have a throwing?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think my character would have a gun.
Yeah, that's fine. You can have I don't know if it has a bow. Probably not built into the game, but we can make one.
I would have throwing knives.
Okay.
That's what I found that I think she would have.
Okay. And if you are interested, we can modify that into a bow if you would prefer. Or you can just go throwing knives. It's 100% up to you. Because I guarantee the tribal members would utilize that.
Yeah. I mean, there's also tomahawks.
Mm-hmm.
But
so tomahawks
if she's
would be
tiny,
more of a, Central Indians. Tomahawks, I don't think were used as much by the Northwest. At least battle-wise, they certainly had to carve out canoes, so they definitely used axe-type tools.
Yeah.
I just am not sure how much they were weaponized by the Northwest tribes. That would be something I would have to clarify. That being said, because they do draw in influences from other tribes and histories, you can totally use tomahawks or have just one that you can throw if it's like your... But yeah, they have tomahawks statted in the book itself, so... Either or, your choice.
Guns use perception, right?
What was that? I'm sorry?
Tribute? Is that guns use perception for the tribute?
So it
Some of them.
depends on which one. Big guns use endurance, small guns use agility.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it'd be the 10 millimeter.
Energy weapons use perception.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, I got my weapon set up.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my last 3 points.
Yeah, it's
Come on,
tricky.
luck.
And yeah, some of the derived attributes. Perception will end into initiative. Endurance will end into your carry weight. Endurance lends into your health points.
Right.
Intelligence, as stated, gives you more starting skill points.
You said there was 7 families, right?
Yes, sir. They are broken down by the function that is intended for both in-vault and for the release when you guys go out. So there's records, robotics, physics, botany, engineering, medical, and security. And between yourself and Torafu, you guys would want to figure out, of course, which one you are each part of, making sure to not overlap. And then it's kind of a suggestion in where to put your tag skills. It just kind of encourages your character focus as such. What was that, Torfu?
I meant to pick your first perk thing. Trying to... I see where it says requirements. So, like, not endurance of 7, level 1 plus. It's obvious you need at least an endurance of 7 or a level of 1 and higher. Ranks. What is ranks?
Ranks means that you can take it multiple times. And then it should tell you in the perk listing what you get at the higher levels.
Oh, so this one has rank, like adamant and skills. This was rank 3. Each time you take this perk, level requirement increases by 3. And The amount of damage needed to inflict a critical hit increases by rank. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So they've designed it to where you can, extra bank into a perk, but most of them, if not all, are going to be like, you have to wait a while before you get the next rank.
Bloody mess. I always take that in the game.
I was thinking of taking that.
Oh man, this Mr. Handy is becoming dangerous.
Yes. That's why I raised my luck up to 6. 6 times a day, free crits.
That's cool.
That's also nice too, because you can you can spend a luck point to use that number 6 as your governing attribute for your rolls. Like if you had a low intelligence and had to make a science check, you could be like, well, I'm going to luck through this. And,
That's cool.
All right, so since Dooney is going to be a Duwamish tribe member, did I not put an image into that? Shame. Shame. One of these ought to do.
Is there VATS?
Not really. They do have action points. And there is a method of for example, with that perk that Goose got, criticals can target a specific location.
Yeah.
The hell are we listening to?
These are some of the
Creepy.
pre-war ads. But yeah, it's like, this is what would be part of your education. When you were a kid, this is what you would have listened to. Getting you prepared.
Totally throw the goat test up on that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
You just have to always remember to choose catcher as your role on the team, because that means you're a synth.
That's funny.
So it looks like I'm either going to be records or botany.
Ooh, okay. So with a scout / maybe scientist or survivalist, Torafu, are you leaning into the security family or something different?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That's how I'm building my character.
All right. Perfect.
Let's see here. What's the tag? Pick my skills. Chose my perk. I only get to one perk, right? Just making sure.
Starting, yes.
All right, cool. And then I'll scroll past all the other perks.
Dooney, I have made available for you a handout in the factions folder. And those ones, yep, I'm saving those to be secretive, but that was kind of one I was saving. So, you'll of course be familiar with regular super mutants as they exist in Fallout. You'll see that handout will detail difference in this setting.
Can I have one of these as my companion instead of a dog?
No. So let me adjust my response. Not yet.
So
It's on you to make new friends.
Okay.
I like how we track our hunger, thirst, and sleep. I always put that on in New Vegas.
Yeah, I just started a new Skyrim game playing the survival mode. And it's so weird to like actually have to eat.
Where do I put my weight and all that?
So your gear page is going to have your encumbrance. You'll have your carry weight, which will be governed by your attributes. That's one of the derived. And then
there we go.
Encumbrance, you'll have your total weight. When you add gear, and I imagine when we drag it from the compendium, your gear is going to have a weight, and it should automatically add that up for you once you've entered it in to give you your total. You can manually adjust the total as well. But it should auto do that for us.
It says my total carry weight is 200?
Yeah, and that'll be based on your endurance attribute.
I thought it was strength.
But if you take the strong...
it's 150 plus strength times 10.
Yeah.
Okay,
or sorry, I meant strength. Not endurance. I'm sorry. There is a perk that it's called Strong Back, I think, but you can increase your carry weight.
Yep. Ooh, defense and all that. I'm putting the trying to figure out my derived stats is what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, and that's one of the things I love about this character sheet is it should be doing a lot of that for you.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out where I can actually see them. Because, gear is carry weight.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the other stuff?
So on the core page, under the combat box, you will see defense. Okay. It's kind of in the upper right under your hit points, next to your head damage box.
And, defense there, and then poison's there.
Yep.
Okay, and then if I increase some perk or stat or something that gives me a natural damage resistance, it'll start popping up in the box.
Yeah.
That's cool. Alright. Initiative.
Oh, and since you mentioned the hunger, thirst, and sleep boxes, so each of those lines that are next to the word, you can click those lines and it will change it, and you can fill those in. Those are like toggle boxes, the colored lines that are a little bit darker than the base color, and it will change it. So if you change the first one to only one pip filled, it'll say hunger starving, and you can go to max hunger full. Thirsty, hydrated, quenched.
Trying to add a weapons mod to this pistol because Mr. Handy comes with an automatic, and all of it is blank.
Oh, in the compendium? Because I have not yet gotten the Fallout book. I am intending to get that this week, but we won't have that yet for Drag and Drop. Or am I not understanding your question? Sorry.
Weapons on the core page, you can add a weapon modification, and it'll open up its own little thing, and you can select like barrel, sight, magazine, muzzle.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be able to add a automatic receiver, and there's nothing under anything.
I think that's going to be tied into the compendium, unfortunately. So I would put that under special or effects for now. And then once the compendium is added, I will go back in and make sure that your mod is appropriately added to the weapon itself. But for the sake of what the auto mod does, I just want to, unfortunately, today copy paste in. And let me see if I can find that. Did I skip the page? I feel like I skipped the page.
Also, where are the qualities at? No, not the qualities. Effects explained, like gain burst, gain inaccurate.
Okay. And scrolling through the book, I will grab that next. Of course not.
Building a long distance relationship, and it's a guy sniper, and it's just fucking great. Pit Boy, what does that go under? Clothing, I assume.
Okay, so damage types and effects are page 88. And then qualities will be 90. It will just be next page up, so they kind of have it all together section-wise.
Make you special.
Then wanted to find.
So I start with a 10mm pistol with 6 plus 3 Vault Boy rounds of 10mm ammo. What does that mean?
The Vault Boy symbol is a D6.
Okay.
Kind of like how it's in the Star Trek game, represented by the badge. Okay, so pardon me just a moment, Goose. Oh, you already added the auto stuff. Okay, never mind. I finally found the mod for automatic and was going to copy paste that in there for you. But you're already on it.
Yep.
Alright, I will stop clicking buttons on your sheet then.
So, on these attack rolls, how the hell do I read this? Small gun 0, perception 5, target 5? Is that the DC I gotta get?
So, ranged weapons, there's a table for the DC. Let me see what you are looking at so we can... Are you looking at the attack here in the chat?
Yeah. I'm trying to understand it, because
okay.
If its target is 5,
yeah.
and I got a 13 and a 17, and that's 0 successes, that...
Right. So, what it's going to do, and of course you're welcome to spend points into your small gun skill, that will add to that. Your target number is going to add those together, and you want your D20 rolls to roll underneath that target number. The default number of D20s that you're rolling is 2. So you have a 17 and a 7 result. If your small guns was 2, that 7 would have been successful. And then it counts the number of successes. And then for me, on my side, I will either let you know your difficulty is 2, for example, so you have to get 2 successes. Or when it comes to ranged weapons, the weapon itself and the distance from your opponent determines what your difficulty is. And there is a table for that. somewhere in the book, and I will scroll to it to let you know what page.
Wait, how is that possible?
Or, no, I'm sorry, that's crossing the streams. So, because that's Cyberpunk, and I'm dumb. So the 3 ranges are close, medium, long, and extreme. So it's kind of a zone rather than strict measurement. It'll be kind of circumstantial. And then the difficulty increases based on
Hold on.
Hold on, what?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I was talking to myself.
Okay.
I came to the realization of something.
So, page 28. So, for example, if the weapon says range close as its preferred zone, like a melee weapon, if you're trying to go extreme range, obviously it's a lot harder to throw a sword. Whereas, if you have a sniper rifle, it's better at extreme range, but harder to hit at close range. And that deals too with like using a melee weapon or a ranged weapon in melee range. Most games try to account for that somehow.
Oh, wow.
And I do plan, of course, through our first couple sessions, I'll have scenarios presented where you guys will be able to test out both combat and skill checks and kind of get used to how those things go and get used to finding things on the character sheet and that sort of thing. So definitely don't stress too heavy. I, of course, encourage everybody to read as much or as little of the book as you want, but
I'm totally stressing too heavy.
I will definitely in-game be in-depth getting into it, go step by step, and
Science.
try to present to, like, so in this instance, you can, for example, spend an action point to add a damage dice and stuff like that. And then you might ask, what's an action point?
Is a vault suit clothing or outfit?
Clothing or armor?
A vault suit? No, vault suits aren't armor unless you modify it, unless the game has otherwise. But I'm thinking like it's an outfit. Is that right?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the distinction you're trying to make.
I think outfit would be clothing.
It's in the options you can pick under type for Vault 7 jumpsuit. Clothing is something you can wear. Like I can wear a piece of clothing on my arms, my legs, or my head, while an outfit is an entire ensemble.
It is definitely an outfit.
Okay. So,
minus the head, of course.
Of course. Yeah, there's
Look,
actually a separate type for headgear.
Yeah.
I get a drifter outfit, which is a trench coat, gloves, and boots, a pair of jeans, and a shirt.
Yeah, so all those would be clothing, but for outfit you can put like drifter outfit if you just want to have it all combined into one.
Yeah.
I assume is how it's working.
Yeah, the outfit will describe everything you have. The vault, quote unquote, outfit is a jumpsuit that just is a full body covering.
Yeah.
So do I put that in gear or core?
Yes, gear would be, you'll have under...
And I put it under the clothing?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
And I put them separate.
Sheet. I'm sorry, sir. Close that.
That's fine. I'm reading the compendium.
I put each piece separate or just write Drifter outfit?
You can just put Drifter outfit. And then when it has under description, you can just copy paste the individual pieces there. For locations covered, you can just for now write all except head. Or sorry, that's for the vault suit. I didn't hear you though, the Drifter outfit say that it had a hat.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Man, I'm starting to tense.
I just wanted to roll the damage on the buzzsaw to see what happened.
It rolled 0 damage.
That is probably inaccurate. Well, technically, let me do a couple, because that could have just been like a really bad fate roll. Yeah, it was.
All right.
How can it do 0 damage? There's no 0 on dice.
I've moved on down to the Chapter 4 equipment. I am assuming that we are only starting with the equipment that we actually start with. We don't have a chance to buy anything yet.
Correct. But
right,
do bear in mind there is, you will have tag skill items.
Yep, I've already
Okay.
Included those.
And then if you should have gotten a trinket as well, which you do.
Negative.
You don't have to roll. You can just select.
Vault Gorillas don't get trinkets unless you just want to give us one.
I'm probably going to just give everybody one.
Okay, I'll just scroll back up and give a trinket.
Even Mr. Handy.
It's attached to him. So a little girl put a magnet on him years ago, and he just never took it off.
Like a fridge magnet. Amco Insurance. What is it? AA beep beep MCO. There's a Kirby Enthusiasm episode about that. Something like that. Alright, just got response from our new
And I can just
player
pick one?
on Roll20. Yes, sir.
I rolled for mine.
I have one that I'd like. Is there a place for trinket or other gear? I think it's under gear.
What was that? I'm sorry?
What page is the trinkets on?
Page 80.
Okay.
And you can roll if you want to just have fun with it, but I encourage you to select if there's something cool you want.
Alright, so scrolling down, got equipment.
So we don't get to start with a headgear?
Not yet. Unless you replace your trinket with the brightly colored bandana, or the pre-war necktie. I will allow you to wear that on your head.
Silver locket. Let's gold.
Scrolling. Gatling lasers, hell yeah!
Wait, for the damage that you rolled, how is it that you can get a 0?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Dice don't have 0s on them.
It's with because they're special dice, and that's actually one thing I actually don't like in games is when they make their own special dice. Like, come on, don't be weird. Just go with what we all know.
I will be right back and use restroom.
Restroom away.
So with my throwing knives, how many do I get?
If it doesn't have a starting ammo, as it were, I imagine you'd have probably at least a D6 worth. Probably be like around at least 3, but I don't imagine you'd have like a backpack full of them.
Yeah.
So, on page 29, you will see the combat dice results, and you will see that on their special D6, a 3 and a 4 are nothing.
Oh. Okay.
And then a 5 and 6 get the damage effects triggering that we mentioned earlier. Those will be specific to the weapon.
To 29?
Yes, page 29. That'll also have the range difficulties. So if you know what your weapon's preferred zone is, or range, you'll see how difficulties change based on if you're shooting longer or closer. And I did invite Raj.
Is this new person wanting to join Fallout or S?
Fallout.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Sir.
In case you missed it, page 29 will show you the combat dice results, where it will detail rolls of 3 and 4 on that dice are in fact blank with nothing.
Okay.
And I do agree, like, you score a hit, and you're using a buzzsaw, and, like, you've determined, for all intents and purposes, you have affected them with your buzzsaw, and then it just does nothing. That is strange. Counterintuitive.
It's a blank on the buzzsaw.
Yeah. Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome.
Fresh meat. Yeah, we were correct, by the way. Under apparel, clothing is just basic forms. Outfits are something, a single item that, when worn, covers arms, legs, torso.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool. Outfits cannot be worn with armor.
So that is where there's an exception with the vault suit, because you can put armor on top of your vault suit, as is evidenced by playing the game itself.
What is where, like, for throwing knives it says thrown parentheses C.
So that is for it prefers a close range. So when you go to medium range, you'll have +1 on your difficulty, and
okay.
+2, etc. So that's essentially being within the same zone. The Modifius likes to use very broad descriptions of range rather than getting into the nitty-gritty of feet measurement.
Well, full jumpsuit weighs 1.
Oh yes, Mirage is not heard on Discord.
Can you hear us, though?
That's a great question. Just standing outside the window looking in at the family with their warm little Christmas happy time and their puppy, like all cold and shivering. Oh, that's so sad. You can say bad words in this chat? Oh, okay, I see. Dooney's just encouraging Mirage to... Oh, well, there goes Torafu. All right. We'll find out quickly if we need to establish any kind of boundaries or comfort zones. Whoa there, Turbo.
1 to 100 real fucking fast.
I was happy. Skip's sad. Now I want to kick his ass.
Yeah, he said he could hear us. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We're all adults here.
Well,
I mean,
let's use that term loosely. According
Adult
to
in
our birth
body, kid at heart.
certificate.
well, I can't speak for them, but I'm 40.
Yeah, I will.
I'm 39, but I don't consider myself an adult.
Right, same. I'll be 40 at the end of this year.
There you go.
Am I going to be the youngest in this group again?
Probably.
Probably.
Little shit.
Young buck.
I'm only
You'll have
27.
to- I joined the military at 27.
Coro's young, I think.
Yeah,
Tops
buddy.
10.
Very
How old are you,
quietly.
Goro?
Old enough to party. Let's go.
That's cool, I'm not the youngest.
Such a
With
great
that reply,
answer.
you're what, 21?
Let's go.
Yeah, I got it right.
Right, yeah. Old enough for the government to care.
Yeah.
Old
Yeah.
enough for the silver. I got
Got us
you.
another
Old-
cog here, Bob. Throw it into the machine.
Old enough to pay taxes. That's fucking true.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And old enough to be a government slave and not know it.
I was just talking to my brother about that. Like, he was talking about having to work so much and not spend time with the people you care about. And then I'm like, yep. But then that's the price you pay for being able to live here instead of like a third world country. Like, there's trade-off. It all falls in there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh.
Oh, yeah. California has unfortunate tax situations.
Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started. I've been reading up on my business taxes to try
Right.
to do it myself. And I'm just like, what the hell is the government thinking? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Preach.
all those little programs that help everyone except the people that need them got to be paid for somehow.
Yeah.
I live in Texas. There is no state tax here. I'm so fucking happy.
There are trade-offs. Like, I know Oregon doesn't have the sales tax, but then I think their
Yeah,
income tax is
we have-
higher or something.
Yeah, we have
They
sales
get it
tax,
somehow. They'll
property
just
tax
dig
out the
more
ass,
out of a
and shit
different
like that.
pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw.
Exactly right. Let's see here. Going through equipment so I can get the cost and weight, rarity, and all that down on my character sheet for everything.
So to catch up Mirage on everything, You should be able to click the plus character at the top of the handouts tab. And I know you're familiar with Roll20. I don't have to tell you where things are there, but they have added the option for players to be able to create characters. And then, so everyone is a vault dweller except for Dooney. She was going to be the optional survivor that is a Duwamish tribe member. And Goose is our Mr. Handy. I do have in the Fallout campaign channel little Word document. I've listed out some of the things and stuff. There are 7 families in the vault that can be chosen from. Security has been chosen by Torafu, and then Koro selected, I believe, landed in Botany.
Haven't got that far yet, but I am leaning towards it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's either records or botany.
Okay. So it's still kind of settling in between there. And that just has to do with the very specific purpose of the vault and their upbringing, and then things and stuff are going to happen after you leave that don't worry about now. There is a medical, family number 6. Options are records, robotics, physics, botany, engineering, medical, and security. There has not yet been, that I have observed, anybody leaning into medical at all. Correct, yeah. So having a cleric in the party would be fantastic. Everybody skips
I
on
could
the
use a
cleric.
designated repairer. But I have upped intelligence slightly and my repair skill, so I might be able to do it myself if I roll high enough.
Certainly. Just
But
hope
I did
that
not
it's not the pinch your hand specifically that's broken, right?
Yeah, but I didn't take the flamethrower, so no focusing that flame to make a welder to tack on new parts.
Oh, you can still play yourself as being naive and aloof.
I work at the hospital. There's plenty of asshole nurses. You go for it.
So my mom has worked in with nursing homes and stuff for as long as I can remember, and a good friend of mine also has dabbled into that. Yeah, there are. My friend Luke has just ranted at shitty people that work in the nursing homes. Like, these are people's lives, and why are you here?
Yeah,
you don't have that extra level of give a shit. Just leave.
I was a ER corpsman for many years, and I was an EMT and stuff like that, and I worked around a lot of nurses, and I can tell you right now that while a lot of them are fantastic, there's a few absolutely fucking straight dumb ones, and there's a few just absolute straight asshole.
Yeah.
So you can be whatever you want. Trust me, there is a very noticeable difference between intelligence and education. They might know what they're talking about, but they're
smart,
dumb
and
as shit.
smart.
Yeah.
I like the breakdown of the fruit.
Yeah. So dumb. I miss
wisdom
dumb
is
doctors.
knowing, or intelligence is knowing that tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing that you don't put tomato in a fruit salad.
Charisma is the ability to sell a tomato-based fruit salad.
Right.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, Mirage, since you just joined the Roll20 game, I was going to put audio on in the background. Just want to give you the heads up in case you want to decrease your volume, because unfortunately I wasn't able to give that warning to Goose, and I hurt eardrums when I hit play. I was just going to have background music. Let's see, we'll go with the radio dramas. Played through the special ads and pre-war ads and stuff earlier.
Do trinkets have weights?
I don't think so. They might, in the item description, if they were separate, if you found it as gear or loot. But I think the trinkets are just a free thing. I'm not going to make your pocket watch affect your carry weight. That's silly.
I changed my trinket.
Ooh,
Like most
to
of the
no longer broken eyeglasses.
Necklace made of junk.
there you go.
So that is going to be interesting for you and your place within the tribe, because you have different junk. Like you can have, like animal bone or something if you wanted to accessorize as such, or things like beads.
Yeah.
But you can also too plenty of room for salvage. You can have I would say a bobblehead would probably be too big unless that's just the centerpiece and you're going to be like Flava Flav.
I mean, it would be very impressive. Especially if you're a strength-based build and it's a sneak bobblehead.
Right.
Throw them off.
Typically no.
Also, anyone that has any melee weapons or unarmed, page 74, strength, if it's high enough, you get bonus die.
Yes. Another cool thing about the Modiphius system, they do a little bit of that here and there. Or like in Cyberpunk, which is kind of similar in that, if your reflex is high enough, you can dodge bullets.
Yep.
I chose throwing as a tag skill, so I get 4 throwing knives that are +2.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
Base things.
For Mirage, we have a Cyberpunk game that we play on Wednesday, and one of our players was like, "Oh, wait, I can do that?" And everybody was like, "Scramble, look at my reflexes." Cool.
I can dodge bullets. But only one at a time.
Ha! Torafu is our nomad in the Cyberpunk game.
Hmm?
Oh, in the Roll20 chat, Mirage was saying nomad for life.
Oh yeah, I'm playing a straight up countrified nomad. Damn right.
He does not. It is the Russian tech who has the best taste.
I don't know about that there, fella. You can go ahead and gargle my testicles if you think that's true.
Steal your tires off your car. With my bare hands, because I got that fucking cyber hand.
Alright.
You're also working on getting the shoulder mounts to have your Goro arms, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So-
Orgware. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm keeping cybernetics to a minimum. But it's looking like I'm going to have to pick some up just so he can complete certain things.
I mean, do you want to get that linear frame B like you were talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot. I mean, my cyber arms are going to be a lot.
Yeah.
You guys are all gonna get cyber psychosis. Oh no.
Yeah, well, the
Oh,
two things
no.
I want each have a 4d6 humanity loss, and that's just a
Oh.
lot. If I roll real high on both, I will have cyber psychosis.
Sounds high.
Well, my character, his background, he lost an eye due to reasons. And so the only cybernetic he has right now is a cyber eye. And that's it. Well, he has a biomonitor, but that doesn't really count. So he uses his cyber eye as a scope, and he uses a scopeless sniper rifle.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of builds into it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just a rifle. It's just
Yeah.
a scopeless rifle. Like everyone's like, you know, can you even hit that? Like his fucking cyber eyes like fucking, you know, zoomed in on it and shit. It's kind of neat. Otherwise, he just typically uses like small arms, like a pistol and shit. Obviously, as a nomad, I'm the driver. That's it. Should the unfortunate happen, which is usually eventual in Cyberpunk, and he dies, I will be doing a complete opposite. I'll be making someone with as much cyberware as I can possibly pump into him. Like right up to the edge.
It's incredibly tempting. Pros and cons.
Right? Yeah, edging. You gotta edge it. It makes it worthwhile.
So,
boy, there we are.
Question for Mirage. Are you familiar with Modiphius, either the Star Trek or the Fallout game? Oh, okay, awesome. So that means I will not have to probably provide page numbers or direction during the character creation to a certain extent. I do have all of the... Okay. I do have the books posted up in the campaign server there. If you need, like, even for reference, like the GM toolkit is nice just to see some of the extra stuff available and whatnot. So you are welcome to pillage that. There's also, I posted up just a Word document, and it has a little bit of the details talking about the character creation here for us. You've already said you wanted to go medical.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Miss Junie. You asked earlier if there was a VAT system.
Yeah.
There is, but only if you have a Pip-Boy.
So
that makes sense.
For Dooney's character, being a survivor outside of the vault, she's going to say, "What's a Pip-Boy?"
Mm-hmm.
Right. I was just letting her know. But yeah, I was reading what my Pip-Boy does, and it goes into it. It's like, in addition, all Pip-Boy units aid their wearer during combat thanks to the Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. A character equipped with a Pip-Boy may use VATS when they make an attack, ignoring the normal difficulty increase for targeting a specific location on an enemy.
Blink. Blink, blink.
So that's kind of cool. We'll put that under description. Paste. And then it does other stuff too.
So she's not necessarily, Mirage, like the best candidate within the family to fulfill the role of medical, but she fits the age at which the release happens, so she's the one that goes out, or... Too bad we couldn't have sent Grandma. Man, she was a pro with a scalpel. This one. And you're welcome to, of course, embellish and define how that works, because you can have a high medicine/intelligence rank, but then other voluntold, yeah. Well, that's how it's happening for everybody. The alarm's going off. Oh, well, you're the ones. Hope you're ready. Here's your gear. Out you go. They will have kind of foregone strict adherence to the GOAT in this vault, with family adherence to tasks and lines and the like. So You may have missed. I am allowing everybody to have a trinket, and the vault equipment pack does not include the trinket. You don't have to roll on that. You can just choose one. You may or may not be there in your character creation. Yeah, just to let you know about that bonus perk.
Are you familiar with this kind of RPG system, Mr. Mirage, or Mrs. Mirage, or It Mirage, whatever the hell you are? Okay. So, please forgive my slowness. I am not that familiar with this system. I've been playing the Star Trek a little bit in one of his other games. I'm still new to it, so I'm going to be a little slower on the uptake. I'm asking lots of questions and shit like that. Please have patience with me.
Ditto.
Welcome back, Goose.
Welcome.
My usual go-to is D&D and some Palladium games and some White Wolf stuff.
Yeah, I do like that Fallout. Like, it doesn't use the milestone thing. I think milestone fits the Star Trek theme, but I wouldn't have liked it in Fallout. And I like milestone leveling, which is a different thing, as opposed to like tracking experience and stuff.
All right. Well, I scrolled down to Chapter 5 Survival, so I'm assuming my character is made.
Quite very well, possibly, if you have filled those in.
All right, so let me go pick what I did.
Mirage, I do plan on having the compendium up this week sometime. I don't yet have it here in the game, so I am definitely willing to copy paste. Like, you just put your perk names in, I can paste in details, weapon mechanics, and all that. If you're familiar, or if you're feeling froggy and want to enter it in, by all means, go ahead. That's awesome. But I can do any of that extra fill-in stuff until we have the option to drag and drop. Look. Cool. And Dooney will be RB. Alright, so have you decided, are you going with the security family?
I haven't looked yet. I'm still trying to nitpick my character down.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said you were done, so I started looking through, and I don't want to play with your character sheet if you're still tinkering.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the weight and everything correct. Anything that says less than 1 in weight, I'm just putting down as 0.1. That way, if I'm carrying a lot of it, it still starts affecting.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that makes perfect sense.
See here. Trying to figure out what the actual weight of it says the ammo is. Oh, here we go. 10 millimeter, less than 1. So I'll just put it at 0.1.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do you think 10 bullets is a pound?
So because I myself am not I've only ever shot a BB gun. I am pro Second Amendment, which I know is weird for a liberal, but like that's a different discussion entirely. I just don't personally know guns, so.
Oh, I have several.
Okay, so I would probably ask you how much bullets weigh then. I can definitely look around in the book to try to track down how they
100%
mechanically listed in, but if you personally know that 10 bullets weigh a pound, which that sounds heavy, but I just don't know.
It 100% depends on the gun, or on the type of ammo.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't know what a 10 millimeter would weigh. I know.
Yeah, 10.556 might, probably not. 10 millimeter might actually weigh a pound. 45 caliber weapons, or 45 calibers are a kind of kind of weighty, and the 10mm gun is actually bigger than a 45, just a little bit bigger. I have a 45 not a foot and a half in front of me, actually.
It feels in my hand. Let me grab a gallon of milk.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Guns do be
Dude,
cool.
exactly.
I have military family. I just haven't myself been out on a range or anything. And I'm not going to play with anybody's gun in their backyard because I've not taken any safety stuff. And that's something I would take very seriously. I would, nope.
Absolutely. Well, I think I'm done there. So you check your handout.
Oh, yeah.
That's in Vault 7, right? Yeah. So what's it mean by the stats there? Per, charisma, intel, luck, and what's the color mean?
So those represent both kind of the primary focus within the family. Like within the family, those traits would just be genetically prominent as being specialized higher, if you will. The colors represent a special indicator within the vault. You're welcome to define that as you like. It can be like a trim color. It can be like an armband. Somehow it would just be like visual. Hey, that person is medical because they have orange, etc. I will give some kind of bonus point for anybody who figures out what those colors actually are. But I'm not going to give it away because that's for later to deal with.
They look like the color tabs on a loaf of bread that indicate which day it was made.
That's weird. That's definitely not what they indicate.
I don't even know where your guys are talking about, so sure.
Oh, so in the families in the vault each have like their role, records, robotics, etc., and then they kind of have a governing attribute, which is a little bit vague and flexible, and then they also each have like a designated color.
So should I pick one that has my best attribute, or should I pick one, or will that not affect me at all?
It's a guideline. It's the Pirate's Code. So if you go with security, but strength is not your strongest attribute, that's totally fine. Your family would all be pretty stocky, and you yourself would just be genetically like a little bit larger. Maybe you don't work out as much to get the actual strength itself, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll be security.
All right. We've got security and med, and then botany or records. I don't know if Koro has settled in there.
We'll do records.
Okay, cool. That means that you are going to have a copy of that Districts of Emerald City handout, which goes into like the history of each neighborhood. And it's going to be, so I did a lot of Wikipedia copying, and yeah, it's huge blocks of text. It's like a little guidebook that you're given. It goes into the history up to a certain point. Some places on the handouts, I've left information that refers to like post-60s only either because I'm like, this is important and I don't want to delete it, like some of the stuff like relating to the tribes and stuff, or just because it's a fun reference. Beyond that, you should anticipate there to be Easter eggs or references in there that will be useful to you. All of the players have access to this handout, but technically it would be the records player, Koro, who is in possession of it and would be able to reference and share.
Okay.
And if you're into the history of a city, have you ever been to Seattle? If you've never been there, you may not care. You may have been there and still not care.
Yeah.
But you can get lost in there. But you will see references to stuff that might be of intrigue. And then when you as the players are out and exploring and visit one of these neighborhoods or districts, you'll be able to say, oh, well, we can expect this, or, hey, this is where the zoo is. We know we have to go to the zoo. That's one of our objectives. Partially because there is a zoo in Seattle that I've been to. Also because I get to make mutated animals and have you fight them, and that's fun for me. Fun for you? We'll see. Yes,
absolutely.
the Jaw Scribe. sacred text.
A mutant monkey that throws rad poop. Yeah. Ooh.
The real question, sir, isn't about encountering man, bear, pig. It's whether it's pluralized or not. That's the real concern. Oh.
Super cereal.
Man, bear, pigs. Let's see. How extensive is my Woodland Park Zoo handout? Oh, yeah. Okay, and I have some stuff in GM notes, but yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, if we're high enough leveled, we might only get one mare bear pig. If we're low enough leveled, we might get a baby cub piglet.
That's true, yeah, because spawn zones are based on your level sometimes. Is it a rad roach? Is it a rad scorpion?
Is it a cazador?
Just turns right around, starts pounding on the door. Overseer, we determined fuck this. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with that. I almost was gonna make the zoo like a separate DLC thing after you guys have completed like main story objective, but it was too intriguing to not include as part of the base in the city. So there's other DLC content that will come. And then I don't know if Dooney saw the factions handout that I made available to her as the external survivor. So I will have, as you guys do explore, I'll have the handouts for the different factions and some other stuff as you come across them and NPCs and the like. But I want it to be vague and all secrety and have dramatic reveals as we go along. Yes. For all intents and purposes, to answer Mirage's question. Well, she can be. I don't want to voluntold her that she's responsible for these naive vault dwellers that just came to the surface, but she'll find them, and they won't be aggressive to her, hopefully. Oh, no. As you will read in the Duwamish tribe pre-war handout, they already dealt with... Definitely be wary of the local survivors trying to gear up, rebuild in their own way. I'm a doctor, not a historian, damn it. So in general, are there any questions on character creation and stuff, or the setting as much as I'm willing and able to divulge at this juncture. Hey, welcome back, Dooney.
Where can I find standard plating and integrated boiler mods from a Mr. Handy?
Ooh, so, I was just on the robotic page. There's a page that has the specific robotic enhancements, and it references Handy itself. I will have that for you shortly. While I am scrolling down, Vault 7 is pretty extensive. It was designed to have multiple families and anticipated genetic successors likely being the ones who would be tapped for the release when the alarms went off. As such, something for everybody to develop into your background. You will have a family back at the vault. You guys will all be of average adventuring age, if you will, and then you'll have elders. You can define whether or not your grandparents or parents are still living for whatever reason. You can also define any siblings you may have. You would not have yet born any children yourselves. Everybody who is a vault dweller would know each other. I think I mentioned in the text handout, you would know each other well. You don't necessarily have to like each other. So robot modules are on page 185, and the integral boiler mod allows you to, once per scene out of combat, turn 2 dirty waters into 1 purified water in 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
What was the other one you mentioned?
Plating, but I think I might have found it.
Okay. I actually don't see the plating on this table. So if you have found it, thought powers combined. In the year of our Lord. So it's going to be just essentially parallel to where Fallout 4 is. I want to say that is... I want to say that was like 2273. I don't know why that number is sticking. I could be way off on that, and apologies, Torfu, if you know dates of when the games take place. But it is parallel, essentially, to where it'll be post the ending of 4, so you can assume that Nick or Nora, whatever your headcanon is, has already done the stuff. They've either joined or dealt with the Institute, and etc.
Which Fallout 4?
Yeah, we're trying to think of
Both.
here, and I was like, is it
Yeah.
2273 that 4 starts? But
2277.
Is it 7? Okay, I didn't want to get confused with Fallout 76 because of that number.
Yeah, right. Fallout 1 takes place in 2161.
Okay. Where am I getting 73 then? Was that for Fallout 3? I know that's the one I most recently was playing.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so about 210 to 212 years since the war. Because Fallout 4 is 210. And I don't know how long your headcanon Nick or Nora was gallivanting about the wasteland before they found resolution to the Commonwealth's problems there in Boston. Yes.
The war is 2077.
Vault 7 has remained sealed since. It has. Completely isolated and unknown. You guys are actually going to be, when you're released from the vault, will realize that things have been built on top of it, and then you'll come into a city district neighborhood as such in Seattle. To be revealed in our first PlayStation session.
Oh.
Yeah, and Seattle has a lot of cool places that we can utilize. Not just the zoo or like the waterfront, but like I have the Kingdome. For anybody who knows like sports and stuff, the Kingdome like started falling apart and they destroyed it. Now they have the new CenturyLink field. So they will have the Kingdome. There's the Seattle Underground where the city like built over a layer. There are a couple places like that in the world. Like there's another underground, I think, like in Canada or something. Anyway, so there's that. They're residential, commercial. There are skyscrapers and the Northgate shopping mall, which at the time of this taking place was like an open air mall. There's Boeing Field to the south, so there's an airport.
Fallout 3 was 2277. Fallout 4 is 10 years after Fallout 3.
Yes. Yeah, Fallout 3 is exactly 200 years after the war. Fallout 4 is 210.
Yeah.
There's there's a pretty significant military base area. And of course, all the little things expected, homes and shops and whatnot. The Space Needle is part of your in-game target. You actually have to acquire MacGuffins first, and then go deal with that. Indeed. Which the weather being worse here, everything being snow covered was intended, as is the intent of you guys to then restore it post apocalypse. They thought it was supposed to help. In some ways it will, some ways it won't.
What is the difference between damage rating and damage effects?
So the damage effects will trigger when you roll a 5 or a 6 on the special Vault Boy Face D6 dice. Again, the 3 and 4 result are in fact blank and you can do no damage, as previously discussed. But a 5 or 6 will trigger the damage effects that your weapon has. And those are going to be unique to the weapons themselves. And there is a listing of them. We were there earlier. Let me find. I'll have to find for you again that page number for you to reference. Or if you have specific effects you want to know that, I can just quickly dictate.
The Switchblade. The Switchblade has damage rating 2 faces, and then damage effects is piercing 1.
So the 2 faces will indicate that it is 2d6 that you will roll for your damage. And then the piercing effect allows you to ignore the target's damage resistance, and if they have armor or tough hide for like a creature or something. X is the rating of it, so if it's piercing 1, each time you roll that effect, you get to ignore 1 point of their damage reduction. So you're able to just stab through stuff because it's pointy and stabby.
Oh, okay. And so the 2 faces is what I would roll?
Yep. It would be a 2d6. And on your weapon thing, you'll be able to click it for your attack, and then there'll be a button that you'll be able to click for rolling the damage. So you won't have to manually do a 2d6 or anything and then try to figure out where they lie.
So what do I put in damage? 2d6?
It should be just 2, I think, the way that
Okay.
when we are looking at, because then when you actually have, and I'll do a tester here, I'm just going to make this armed. Just creating a fake.
And do all melee weapons use strength?
4 damage, and if your strength is high enough, you might get a bonus on that. As far as the attributes, sometimes not. We'll have room too. There might be a time where I would have you use a different one. Your throwing weapon is probably not going to use strength because it's ranged.
Yeah, throwing uses agility.
Yeah, so when it comes to like where you're putting your points, if you think that's going to be a primary weapon, I would encourage you to build accordingly. You don't have to meta in that way. You can balance or whatever, but if you want it to work, yeah. So I'm just wanting to click here. We're not doing additional dice. We're not spending action points. So I've just rolled a fist. Oh, I got 0 successes. It won't let me roll damage. But when I just put the number 2 into the weapon creation, and it does have 2 Vault Boy face. All right, and now that one gave us because I just click the damage itself, which you can do. Oh wait, when it had the additional, don't mind me, I'm just playing around here. Because as for additional, I want to say 0. Okay, then it will roll in the damage because it knows I got a success. All right. So on the D6, if you're looking at the technical way it breaks down, a 1 on the dice, which is going to be that like a single, it looks like the gunshot, the bullet holes there. A single bullet shot would be 1 damage. The one there you have is 2. So there's, Torfu just rolled. There's the single, there's the 2. Those are 1 and 2 damage respectively. 3 and 4, you will see are blank. They give you nothing. A 5 and a 6 give you 1 damage and the damage effects trigger.
Question.
Yes.
Because my melee skill is high enough, I start with the machete. Can I even wield the machete?
With your pincher arm? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then another example, Dooney. So on not the roll that you just made, but the one that you made with the switchblade. Oh, Zephyr's a cool name, by the way. You got 2 of those effect rolls, so that piercing triggers once for each one. So you would have piercing 2. You'd be able to ignore 2 of their damage reduction. That's a pretty awesome roll right there. That's actually pretty devastating, especially for something that has the resistance.
So the face is...
Yeah, the happy face means your effect triggers.
Okay.
And then it's 1 damage with that. And you'll see conveniently it does add it up for you. So your total of 5 is the 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0.
Oh, okay.
And it's a lot of dice.
I did the 7 strength for the +1 face for melee.
Very nice. So yeah, your melee damage will do an extra because of that. So your Damage 2 would be a 3. Damage 1 would be a 2. Just looking at your sheet here.
So it doesn't go in melee bonus? I put modifier 1.
Yeah, that's
melee
perfect.
Bonus. But then it says there's 2 extra faces, I think.
So it is possible that they did so awesomely with this character sheet that they accounted for when your strength goes above, giving you that bonus die automatically. This is my first time using these sheets here on Roll20, so please bear with me as we learn together some of those little details. So if I just do, so your switchblade should have a base of 2. And then if I don't do any additional, I just straight roll that. From your character sheet, it is rolling 4 dice. So it is automatically adding that on.
Okay, yeah.
That is really
So awesome. I didn't have to do the second roll I did, the 5 damage. I did the 2 extra die manually. So I don't have to do that.
Correct.
I just click the button.
Yep, and that's super awesome to know.
Okay.
I loved this character sheet when I first started seeing it clicking around. Like the way they track the survival is awesome. The way you can click those pips and it automatically tells you hunger, starving, hunger, peckish. I heard.
And I'm assuming fatigue is like exhaustion.
Mm-hmm. There is, so among a friend group, I won't say names, but there was somebody once, it's like, what's fatigue? So every time, and I wasn't even there for that, this is like an urban legend amongst a certain friend group, but yeah, so every time I see that word, I always think, fatigue.
So my perks are
Ooh, you picked up Sandman,
dog meat and Mr. Sandman.
Wait, you get 2 perks?
She does
because I didn't
survivor.
get the 2 traits as a survivor.
Ah.
I got 1 trait and
a perk. And you did go with the small frame. Very nice.
Yeah.
So I do have some art that I've made with Midjourney for some of the tribal members, and just really kind of generic. I'm
like the top right?
Yes, exactly like that. So if you are interested, we can collab. I can send stuff. I know you're good with Midjourney too, so you're welcome to do your own things. I think the prompts that I used were basically like Northwest Native American.
You could
and then,
also use
setting,
because,
of course, for snow.
Because of the ending of Fallout 1 and where you begin Fallout 2, you can also just Google Fallout 2 tribal art, as your character is from a tribe in Fallout 2. And so there's a lot of generic Fallout 2 tribal art out there on the internet.
There is definitely. So, art, yes, definitely influence. As far as the tribes that would be represented in Fallout 2, because the Northwest is so isolated, there wouldn't be an overlap of that at all. Just in the fact of, like, shared history or knowledge of each other or any affiliation as such. one thing that Midjourney likes to do is make the Space Needle way bigger than other buildings. And it does stand out on the skyline, but like there are some where it's ridiculous. It looks like the Space Needle is Godzilla attacking the city.
Oh yeah.
I've gotten a couple that are good for scale. And I do like how Midjourney was making the ghouls. So I did use images, I think, at least for a couple I had started with a reference image from Fallout and then altered it. But yeah, it just looks like they're powered from within by pure radioactivity, which is rad. Yeah, Midjourney definitely a mixed bag. Oh, and the vault door. So I was surprised. I had to do an area edit to add the 7, and I didn't think it was going to do it because Midjourney has like its own weird language it speaks, like SimSpeak. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to be able to handle this, and then it perfectly. I was like, yes, it's exactly what I wanted. So I'm just curious, Dooney, did you have a chance to check out the handout in the Factions of Emerald City folder? You did. That's right.
Yes.
We talked about that because you wanted to.
I wanted one as my dog.
No, yeah. Those are fun to make in the art. Yes, she did go with the dog meat bird. So that's a good question. I'm curious what kind of canine companion. Okay, so there's something I'll have to send you in a separate private chat. Let me go into my art folder.
The question is, if you just type in dog meat into Midjourney, what does it make?
It'll probably come back and tell you it's inappropriate.
Yeah. Eli, your thing has been flagged or whatever.
So 9 times out of 10 I can get past it. Not if I'm trying to make like a house of ill repute in a space setting. It doesn't like the word gypsy, but the word midget is okay, which is weird to me. It won't do blood, but you can do splashes of red paint for the exact same effect. That's a nice workaround.
It won't let you do slave.
It shouldn't, but yeah, that's true. Let's see, there is Dooney, and he's gonna grab, let's see, a couple of these. Now, I'll elaborate in the chat, so check hands there. So, Dooney, let me know when you have seen the chat.
I have seen.
Okay, so that's an option, and that's because of the effect of the area. That's a setting thing.
Ah, yeah.
And that is a thing that will be somewhat prevalent in outskirts and the like. So, because of your character, that is a potential option.
I approve.
Cool. So I was going to ask you what breed, and then had to be like, well, wait a minute. So I will actually make for you, between now and our first session, I will make a character sheet for your dog meat. Or actually, let me put the character sheet out and put dog meat in parentheses, and then when you have a name, you can change the name at your leisure. Let me make this in everybody's journal, and everybody can edit so that you'll have access there. Alright, so there's a character sheet for dog meat, and then when you have a name, you are welcome to change it as such. And if you do anything to come up with art, again, Midjourney, it's very difficult to get the effect of the pictures I showed you. Because it's contrary to what it's trying to do. Like, technically, that's a bug. So... Jonathan Buchanan. I don't know what the symbols are that you type. Are you raising your hand?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can't believe I guessed that. Oh, that's so cool. Can I help you, sir?
That's a salute.
Oh, rad. See, it totally is. Or, so that to me looks like looking, like you're on a cliff edge and looking off on the horizon, but which actually is the same thing as a salute. Yeah. Hooray.
Your hands in the air or you're giving up.
White flag.
Right?
Sorry about the segue. I love text image things, but please, you had asked for attention.
Like, my guy's security, so I'm probably going to be using this one a lot.
That's a 3D cigarette. A cigar. Oh, did that not let me type? Oh, is that because... Oh, I bet I used a... is that a code thing? I know that it uses that bracket with HTML. I'm trying to do the sideways V bracket. And it's probably
the greater than or the less than?
Less than.
Yeah.
I could try the great. Actually, that's a good idea. Let me just make it backwards. Yeah, there's a cigar. Oh, and you can add these at the end for smoke. But I saw one the other day that was a cat. Like it was somewhere, some kind of Steam community thing. Anyway. Whoa. The hell is that?
I was supposed to say Mr. Handy. You kind of smush down all the lines together. It's better.
The name is Spark.
That is awesome. Does. Oh, that's cool.
And that one didn't work out.
It's almost like a magic eye. Like I had to look at it for a minute and be like, eh? Read between the lines. Somebody's holding up 3 fingers.
How do you enter down on Roll20 without sending the damn message?
Hold shift and
Shift
hit
enter.
Hey.
Ah.
What's with that profane gesture? Oh, right. Read between the lines stuff.
There we go. That was slightly better.
That's rad.
Yeah, I think I'm done with the character. Go ahead and take a look.
And so you did end up going with security?
Yeah.
And it appears your family line is known as the Buchanans. They've got a 10mm and a switchblade. So we've got lockpick, science, small guns, and sneak. So a little bit of a sneaky security guard. Ghost is a cool ability there. And you got your Vault Kid. Engraved flip lighter. That's cool. What is engraved with? Or do you know yet?
I haven't put that in yet.
Also,
Could just be a family name or something. I'll figure it out later.
I really like, so on the next to your character's name, the special chart, those little things fill up based on what your numbers are. That's just super awesome. Again, another little detail to character sheet that's pretty.
Yeah. I actually know exactly where they took that. They took that from the mobile game.
The Vault mobile game?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I really like that. I haven't played it like in a week or something. I ended up downloading it. I played it when it first came out and was like, okay, I get it, and then didn't play it again. And
I played the absolute fuck out of it.
Recently started playing it more. I'm at the level where I kind of have like the first tier is kind of all filled out. I need to now make like a second tier, if that makes any sense. Like,
yeah, I had like packs of people going out in the wasteland with body armor and fucking plasma weapons and fucking Gatling lasers and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Just wrecking ass. Fucking taking names. Wrecking names and taking ass, or whatever you want to say.
Whatever suits your fancy.
Yeah, right. Just coming back.
It's the new millennium. Don't be so suburban.
Yeah, maybe not always in that order, exactly. Yeah. In that
George
order, only if they're
Carlin
very
in the
lucky.
Sam and Bob movie. It's all the same now.
Yeah, they did well with the. Yeah, they did well with the character sheet, I think.
Pardon. So, Koro, I haven't heard from you in a while. How are things going?
He's asleep.
Did Koro BRB? I don't remember seeing. Maybe they did fall asleep.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, welcome back.
No, you're not. You're,
Welcome still.
No, you're not. You're asleep.
Football
Absolutely.
practice.
I don't know.
That's probably true. He's probably like, these motherfuckers.
What's your so I'm assuming anyone in the vault is people that I already know.
Yes, you will know them very well. That includes Mr. Handy. That includes
Okay, so the Mr. Handy's in the vault, not running around in the wasteland.
Koro and
doing
Mirage's
Mr. Handy
characters.
thing.
So you'll be very familiar with the doctor/nurse, however he, she, they turn out, and Koro's record keeper. Of course, the hall monitor. Yeah.
Not sure what the record keeper does, but I'd be that, all right. Keep records of things and stuff.
I never
That's
thought
actually-
of vault security as being hall monitors, but like, aren't they?
Absolutely, yes. I was actually thinking about going physics, but I don't know.
So I want to look at your starting handout kit, because I feel like you would actually be unique in having access to the vault security equipment as opposed to just the vault jumpsuit.
I gotcha.
That is something that if you're part of the security family, you should be starting with. I don't know necessarily. I'm not sure if they have the vault security equipment in the book.
You were going 4 miles an hour in a 3 mile an hour hallway. That's one day to break. Mr. Taillights out. I don't know. So what's your character's names in the vault? We got Sparky. We got Kelly.
Sparky.
And I've actually known male and female Kelly, so I don't know if that is a he, she, they. TBD.
Kelly confused.
Cool.
Absolutely. Oh, if I could play the female, I need to go put my shades on.
So it doesn't age as well in more of a woke setting, but there was an old SNL thing. There was a character called Pat, and they're always trying to figure out if they were a guy or a girl, and the name didn't help, and then they were always like, they just couldn't land on a side. It was
right.
Anyway, which nowadays, of course, like that's an eggshelly kind of thing.
Yeah, don't get me up on that soapbox. I'll start hurting people's feelings.
I don't want that soapbox to interfere with any gameplay fun.
Right, exactly.
But I love like political and religious discussions. I actually soapboxed a lot like during the Bush era, and like I've done a lot of religious ranting, and I concluded A, I'm exhausted, B, you can't change people's minds. They've already made up their mind. And so sometimes it's chasing your own tail, and I have just better ways. I don't know if it was like a movie or not. Like, It's Pat. Like, I feel like either that was the name of the skit or because there's a couple SNL movies. Not all of them were as awesome as Wayne's World, you know. We'll assume, yeah.
Go on, please.
What was that, Goro? Sorry?
Nothing.
Oh.
Got a female in chat. Gotta go act cool and not like a balding middle-aged nerd that's really fat. Absolutely.
If you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna do a couple curls here while we're 104, 105.
Yeah, 105. Yeah, bad shit.
Goodness gracious. So, Dooney, your boyfriend was gonna join the game, right?
Never do a slim jam. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. God damn it. Yeah, is your husband going to join us tonight, or is he going to try to join us later, Miss Dooney?
Or at all? I don't know if there was.
He hasn't woken up yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, go throw some water on his ass.
No.
Then the bed will get all wet.
I mean.
And then I'll have to clean the sheets and everything.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
I never said it was a good idea. I just gave you an idea.
Well, door is open.
Plus, that probably wouldn't even wake him. He would just think he's drowning in his dream.
Well, that would be very annoying. That's more cruel than the waking up to. I think we talked about that. I don't remember which group we talked about. Is it worse to freeze or burn, suffocate? Like, anyway.
Yeah.
For me, the suffocation is the worst. So that's why, like.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm like, ugh, shiver. And I hate the cold.
Well, it depends what you mean by suffocation. Do you mean like someone choking you out, or someone like the room slowly draining of oxygen?
So the slow.
Well, the argument was drowning.
But yeah, drowning was
the slowly draining one.
Form is.
You'll get a little drowsy, might start getting a headache, and then you'll just go to sleep. It's actually not that bad.
So for me, some of the trepidation is not the actual physical pain effect. Like, I was beat as a kid. I can take the physical pain. For me, it's a psychological. And like not being able to take a breath, like it messes me up. Like, I'm not claustrophobic or have a fear of heights, but if I'm watching a show and someone is holding their breath, like sometimes I'll subconsciously do it myself. And it's the most uncomfortable thing. It's worse than being cold. It's worse than being hot. It's worse than stepping on a Lego.
Stepping on a Lego.
I already died from suffocation once. I don't want to do it again.
Right.
Yeah. To have that personal experience on top of it. Like, I used to have dreams where, like, I would be suffocating or choking or something and wake up and my face was just in the pillow. So, like, I was just not breathing. And, like, it would freak me out. And it hasn't happened in years. I think my subconscious body figured it out, like not peeing yourself, right? But like, it sucked a lot.
Yeah.
Don't really know what to put under the Origin Vault Dweller tab at the very second, so I'm just gonna like throw a quick blurb in there, like security personnel Vault, 07.
Oh yeah, put in the information you have available. You can also include if you've developed any details about your family, if there are relationship things too. I would definitely recommend having an opinion about the other Vault Dwellers, including Mr. Handy, and whether or not you get along. And you could like somebody who doesn't like you, so that's a dynamic, like. Yeah, some gossip is good, like, hey, is it true?
I'm gonna go.
You're gonna be taking off, Coral?
Yeah.
Okay, before you go, are you pretty comfy with your character, with your build? Do you have any last minute questions, comments, concerns?
No, I don't have anything of the sort. My character's name is Shmookum.
Shmookum?
Yeah, Shmookum. Let's go.
Shmooka, okay, cool.
Yeah, let's go. Alright.
Alright.
Later, guys.
Alright, well, hey, thank you for joining us and going into the build. I'll be checking stuff out. And...
No, Calico will miss him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, doors open to return if work schedules work out and all of that, so...
I told him.
So we're moving the Esper Genesis game to Sunday?
Yes, Sunday evening.
Okay.
I told him you guys said he sucks.
No. Well, you can speak for anybody but me. I love Calico and always have, and so please don't.
All right. It's too late. I've already told him.
All right.
Good night.
All right. Bye,
Good
guys.
night.
All right. Have a good
Tell
night.
him Banetail says he can suck his tail.
All right. But only the tip, right? All right. Later.
Oh, Gadunk, out with a bang. That's how it's done. Goodness gracious. I always try to like start off being like PG, like typically running games like I don't swear and stuff. The bad guys don't swear. Like Cyberpunk is where I kind of feel like it's almost mandatory. Yeah.
Good catch there.
Very cool.
Alrighty. Writing out a description for my character.
Most excellent. Please provide me with free ammunition. I mean, please provide a backstory for your character to have a full, depth, layered individual being brought into the world. Oh yeah, so in the Cyberpunk game, like I almost feel like it's necessary to swear in that because it's part of the setting. It's just gritty and like that. And then the first thing, the doctor, like I was having the character swearing, language now, in a better German accent than I could do. I just loved it so much. But yeah, I generally, just for, I don't know, families, viewers at home, I guess. It truly is. Context is always incredibly important, and it has more impact if it's used more seldomly. If you want to put an exclamation point on something, if they never hear it, when they do hear it, like, oh shit, that's serious. I'm also a little vanilla, so I like to say things like golly gee and groovy.
Groovy.
But in the way that Ash says it in Evil Dead, that's my favorite groovy.
Exactly.
Groovy.
I was just about to say, I miss those old-timey, satirical, funny horror movies. Evil Dead had me. Well, I wasn't even scared watching those movies. It was just hilarious. All right.
An age too late for which one? Sorry, what did I miss there? Oh, so I was raised by my dad, who was definitely a kind of, I mean, in the Northwest, they didn't have like necessarily hippie movement, but he listened to classic rock and smoked weed and stuff. So I was raised by him. So like my first musical inclination is classic rock, Floyd and Zeppelin and stuff. A lot of things stem from there. Of course, I was raised seeing things like older TV and whatnot. We can, I mean, if you want to talk about MASH or old Charlton Heston movies or whatever.
I like MASH.
Which Soylent Green is an old Charlton Heston movie that I constantly reference in the Cyberpunk game.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
You know what? We should actually try to get together with a movie night sometime. Like you host it in your channel or whatever, on a day that you don't have a game, whatever that happens.
So I actually have a game every day, but not every hour, and that would be super fun. I feel like we would end up being Mystery Science Theater. Like a lot of us would just be making.
Oh
fun
yeah,
of it
that's
the whole time.
that's the absolute point of
Yeah.
it. Absolutely. Like me, I would absolutely love to watch some old noir movies. Fucking like the old 1950s noir movies are great. Love them.
So there's a movie called, if you can find it to be able to watch it online, it's called Murder by Death, and it's a parody of Clue, and it's not very woke, so disclaimer, but it is hilarious, a little old-timey. It's not black and white, but that kind of Clue, like, murder mystery in the house feel, you know.
Murder by Death, 1976.
Yeah. It is one of my all-time favorites. Again, that's one of the things I was raised on again. What we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I'll absolutely check it out. Yeah, I was raised on. I liked old fantasy movies like Lady Hawk and shit.
Oh, okay.
Was it Blood of Stones?
I don't know that.
Was it? I think that's what it's called. Not 100%. Hold on. It's an old Mad Max-esque post-apocalyptic movie from the 80s, and it's actually really good. Blood of Heroes? Blood of Heroes.
I'm pretty sure you're just naming Call of Duty DLCs.
Yeah, no, it's late 80s. It's called Blood of Heroes. If you enjoy that kind of theme too, that's really good. I also like musicals, especially funny ones like The Producers. If you've never watched The Producers, watch The Producers.
Oh, I was raised on Mel Brooks, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's why the other day the whip this out comment thing, except for the accent was a little bit off. But yeah, actually, so my favorite Mel Brooks movie would be Robin Hood Men in Tights, and then I think Blazing Saddles would probably be second.
Absolutely.
But it's hard to say. I mean, because each of them deserves almost their own pedestal, just like Monty Python. I don't know. It is really hard to say.
Yeah, the fucking Young Frankenstein was great. Love
Right?
that one.
It's Frankenstein.
Which brain did you say this was?
Abby.
Abby what? You gave me an abnormal brain!
I feel like it's unlikely that Kelly would have a 0 medicine skill. Oh, if it's a tag skill, it starts at 2 before you spend points into it even. Oh. It doesn't look like Koro spent their points in their skills. I wonder
to be fair, I didn't know that was a thing until I started going back and rereading.
Yeah, me too.
We were all talking about so many of the other things. We never talked about actually acknowledging you get skill points to spend on your skills. Your tag skill is going to start at 2, and then you have 9 plus your intelligence rank to spend out. And then nothing can ever go above 6, I believe. I'd have to double check that.
At level 1, nothing can go above 3. No rank can go above 6 at any point.
There we go.
Thank
you for clarifying. Yeah, perfect.
So that's why when you look at me, you see just a whole bunch of level 3s, a couple of 2s here and there that I threw in there just because shits and giggles.
Right.
Like I got shit that's not tag skills at level 3. I figured, just max it out and be done with it, rather than 1 point here, 2 points there.
Right.
I might change that a little bit. Take one away from harder.
Between now and the game too, and over the course of our first couple sessions, since a lot of people are new to the system, I will allow for a little bit of respecking to fit character concepts, just because the same thing kind of with the Star Trek, where we came at the end of what the intro modules like. So here's a point where now you guys have played, you've used the skills, you know where things kind of shore up or there's losses. Or for poor Brian, who didn't know about certain skills even existing, and then was like, oh, I'm going to go solo this mission, and then didn't have the primary skill required in that mission.
The max amount of skills you can have is 3, but when you tag a skill, that tag skill starts at 2, without you having to put any points into it. Yeah.
Lowest of the GOAT scores. So if at the beginning of Fallout 3, if you stick around after your GOAT score, you get to see everybody go up to the teacher and get their results. And the one snooty girl, he's like, oh, looks like you got maintenance. And she's like, this is bullshit. She doesn't actually say that. I'm paraphrasing. All pissed off about it. You guys are all maintenance.
I named my dog.
Ooh.
I'm kind of curious, how do you make mods and stuff?
That is so awesome. Did you look up?
How do you make armor?
Did you look up a Duamish translation and stuff? Dude, that is so cool.
It means hunter. It's Duis Wee. That's how you pronounce it.
Duis Wee?
Uh-huh.
Duis Hui.
Yeah, whenever, I don't know if you've noticed, we haven't played much lately. When I'm in Star Wars, me and Joe will look up a language Jawa language. Thank you, Goose. I couldn't think of the name of it. Jawa language, and we'll actually type out fucking sentences to each other in Jawa. And then they haven't figured it out yet, but my character's like cussing at all the party members in Mandoa. He'll say something, whatever. He's speaking in Mandoa constantly, and I'm just waiting for someone to figure out what it means.
I'll have to bear that in mind. I won't give anything away, but like spoiler alert, I will totally like copy paste it into a translator so I know what you're saying out of character.
Oh yeah,
but I totally won't give it away. I don't think my character speaks that language, so I wouldn't break that wall. But I've only had one game with the Star Wars group, actually.
Yeah,
and I think there's only been one session. I think I missed a session that was after the game I played, and it was looking like, I know it looked like Nate was spending a bunch of time on coming up and was excited about what is forthcoming. So I am likewise excited.
Yeah, I mean, we were at a point where Joe was having the technical difficulties with the family and the moving and the breaking of his computer, but now that he has most of that set and a new monitor, at this point, it's not technical issues, now it's choosing not to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there are, other compelling things like Baldur's Gate. So hard to
I've already
compete
done
with
2
that.
full playthroughs.
Really? So I still haven't made it to Act 2. I did so much of Act 1 with the beta, the pre-release, all that, but I haven't progressed past. And I've just been busy trying to do worky stuff like this right here instead. But yeah, I don't know. And 2, like I got distracted. Like talking about Fallout makes me want to play Fallout. So obviously that's a thing.
Right.
Gotta do your research.
That's what I love. Like I can play Cyberpunk, and it counts as just getting setting immersion and research for.
I can write off buying games as research for my company. So I'm a game developer.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet.
you work for a game developer?
We have our own. We started our own studio, my boyfriend and I.
That's cool. What are you guys, programmers and whatnot?
He is. I'm the artsy one.
Good shit. That's awesome.
Right?
Have you guys put any games out? I'm not gonna do it. Take a look.
Almost. We still are working on our first game. But hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have a play test.
Well, that's cool.
She's been secretive for all that I tried to get details out of it. So if you're
No,
successful,
no.
let me know.
For with absolute reason. Yeah,
Oh,
did you know that?
100%.
Did you know Oreo cookies was not the original of that type of cookie? But what they did is they stole the idea from the people making it, as they had the funds to produce it faster and hit the market first and stole the market from them. It was absolutely, Oreo cookies did that. It's absolutely underhanded. They fucking just did it. Business-wise, it was marvelous. It was fantastic.
It's a dick move, but it's an astute move. It depends on what, like,
Yeah.
a Ferengi would applaud the golf clap, right?
yeah, exactly right. A Ferengi would be like, "Oh, dude, bravo!" Yeah, you know,
chef's kiss, yeah.
Oreos will never taste the
Legit
same
profit,
anymore.
Oh,
right.
so here's something else we can ruin for you then. Fanta Orange was developed because they couldn't have Nazis carrying Coca-Cola. So they made the company so that they could still do business with the Nazis. So Fanta, I've always called Nazi Orange. Like, just now, obviously, it doesn't still exist, but that's where it started. See, poor Mirage. Aw.
Yeah. And, oh, by the way, you can still buy the original Oreo. It's called Hydrox.
Yeah, and it looks like a B brand, store brand. I've seen it.
Yeah. When Oreo is the actual B brand of it. It's great.
You know why Dr. Pepper has such a unique taste compared to most any other sodas?
Wasn't it just like the leftovers?
All that I know is that Diet Dr. Pepper tastes more like regular. That's all I got. What is it?
It's because it wasn't created to be a flavor. It was created to taste like the smell of his local soda shop.
Weird.
That's cool. I never knew that.
So that's what he settled on? Like...
Yeah. So that 23 flavors apparently combined to half mimic the smell of his local soda shop.
Wow. That's...
Do you know why airplane food tastes so crappy?
I've never been on an airplane. Can't contribute.
It's because smell is about 70 to 80% of flavor in our foods. And when you're in a tube up in that air at that kind of pressure, there's no smell. Everything's being filtered out.
Interesting.
So the food and everything you eat tastes bland and nasty.
Well, it's like if you plug your nose, yeah, because taste and smell are so linked. That's why I don't like when people are like, ew, smell this? I'm always like, no. Like, why would you do that? Because that means I'm going to taste it too, and that's icky. Like,
yeah, but you owe your bros a courtesy sniff.
No, I don't owe them a goddamn thing.
But if you give them a courtesy sniff, they owe you a courtesy sniff.
Yeah,
so you can
I'm
get
not,
them back completely.
I'm not keeping score. I'll just go ahead and. Oh, by the way, I just lost the game. Thanks.
Oh, we all
What
lost
you-
the game. Yep.
I don't know anybody in the. That's never happened in all of the tabletop games we've been playing, and we actually say "game" so much, and we're playing.
All right.
That's the first time.
There
I
was
can't believe that. Wow. And so
There
I
was
don't
an
know
old
who else
meme.
in our community actually knows what the game is.
Yeah. It was based off an old meme, fucking years ago, early internet. Someone posted up. Everyone is playing the game. Everyone in the world, whether they know it or not, whether they accept it or not, everyone plays the game. There's only one rule to the game. In order to not lose the game, you cannot be aware that you're playing the game. The moment you are aware you're playing the game, you've lost.
Yeah.
And so when people go, "Hey, you just lost the game," you then become aware of it, and they just lost it for you.
So when poor Mirage like talking about radiation, oh wait a minute, what's this silly shit you guys are?
Wait, what? Yeah, it's not good.
So for me, like it was within like the first friend group it was introduced to me, like you had to agree to play it before they would explain it.
You
Right.
don't have to agree. It's ruined, but whenever you know about it,
Yeah,
so
Exactly.
it doesn't matter.
kind of. But so like
Yeah.
for me, like I didn't get it when somebody be like, "Oh, I lost the game." I'm like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" Like, well, I won't tell you unless you're either in the loop or not.
Right.
Like I don't want to commit to something. Can't you just explain it and like give me some agency in this?
Like, no, because if I do that, then you lose the game.
By the way, white lighters are bad luck because Kim got arrested once and she had a white lighter in her pocket. So now everybody get that white lighter out of here. Shit like that.
Right.
I mean,
It's just some stupid old. That's old meme. Old meme stuff.
we were too poor to be like real mean girls, but I mean, if we had,
Well, I was too
if we
male
had
to
more
be a mean
affluence,
girl.
I don't know if I was.
But
It's more the affluence.
that's fucked up.
But yeah, I could have seen like I think that's socioeconomic. I think there are people in my group who I would specifically say would have been mean girls if they were,
I only see Dick Sexy Z.
Oh, she'll have to pronounce that again for us. I only
Ah.
remember that
It's
way part.
Dulce Hui Hui.
Duelist Kui.
I will call her Deuce for short.
I'm gonna call you Duelist. Hey, Duelist.
All right, so I will make character sheets shared by everybody that way.
No, that's fine. I was totally just gonna click on Mirage's character and be like, what you got?
Who is your floor?
Yeah, she gays. Exactly. Zephyr? Oh, is that, what's his name? God damn, just straight fucking. Oh.
Zephyr is the
Oh, I
native
see.
tribe member who you've not met yet. Doos. I don't know that there would be a Duamish translation for Zephyr, but maybe conceptually could be found roundabout way. And maybe there is.
Couldn't find.
Okay.
I couldn't find something for.
Mucha?
Oh, and feel free to designate to a family name, as that will further detail the vault dwellers, your families that you've left behind.
Yeah, I'll
No
never
rush
have
necessarily.
hard or
You've got
something.
Kelly likes the puppet.
Yeah. Well, if the dog dies, I call dibs on the meat.
What?
What? I didn't say anything.
Jesus. It's make your own. Anything that isn't defined, I will definitely fill in, but I definitely wanted you guys to be, since I already kind of did some suggestive pigeonholing, I wanted to do less of it where I could. And I love player agency for backgrounds. So that includes
Player
with,
agency?
like your family relationships and interpersonal.
I got you.
Sexton. I once knew a girl with the last name Sexton. That was a long time ago when I was young.
Actually, I wanted to look at something real quick. How do I make stuff?
She was married to another, like... I wasn't, like, a close friend with him. He was closer friends with other people in our group. Actually, D&D players and stuff. But, yeah.
If I die, then
Yeah,
you
do
feed
that.
me to my dog.
Sure, we'll fatten your dog up. What?
No.
What? I didn't say that.
I disapprove.
The dog itself may have an opinion on its fate and response.
Right.
We'll see.
All right, let's see.
It ends up the dog kills you all, and sets a robot and dog wandering the wasteland.
See, that's an option
this is
too. If you can
interesting.
robo-dog it, see.
So,
She has a few metal parts, at least in her picture.
let's see here. So, what counts as a? Oh, okay, I see right there. So each workbench under it has a common recipe, uncommon, rare, so on, and everyone automatically knows the common one.
Yeah, because there's stuff that when you start out, you can go to a workbench and do basic survival, recon, salvage things.
And then those ones take the armor, perks, and so on. It makes sense, just like Fallout 4.
Yep.
So what skill is used? So on all this crafting, it's the repair skill. Oh, okay. Chemistry is science.
Yep.
Of course. That makes sense. Explosives for the explosive stuff. Science for other stuff. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think they did really well with fulfilling expectations and matching familiarity. That's why I wanted to reference, like, you absolutely can wear armor over your vault jumpsuit. And I say that because I've done it, so I don't care what the book says, if it says anything contrary. As per our discussion about outfit versus clothing. Because in the game, like, if you're wearing Drifter outfit and then you put on an armor piece, it will take off the Drifter outfit. But there are clothes
there are very
that
few
you can wear
outfits
under.
that you can,
Yeah.
outfits that count as clothes, yeah. That's cool. Alright, so now that I know how that works, close that down, I'm going to switch out one or two things.
All of the gangs at Nuka World have their own specific, like, some variety in the undergarments. That's where I found more options, if you will, than just having, like, the long johns or whatever.
Alright.
And I have one of the mods that I got labels Under Armour clothing. That's another annoying thing, is you can't tell just by looking at it without the mod that it can wear armor with it, unless you just know and remember, of course. There's just no visual indicator.
Right. Yeah, fuck you, Zorbo.
Oh, Dooney has posted information about the Duwamish tribe, but in the Espergenesis.
Oh, whoops.
That's okay. It's because we're in that chat, because that's where we started today.
Yeah. It confused me.
Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, gotcha.
Let's see here.
But yeah, I'll also get roles assigned for all of that, etc. Torafu has a lot of roles.
Huh?
Torafu has a lot of roles. Because each game has its own role tag.
Ah. Yay.
Dooney also has a lot of roles. There we go. And then we've got Space Rangers. And tomorrow. And then Esper will be out after Storm King. Huzzah. So charisma is a thing, though. I haven't looked at your final on your sheets there for Kelly, but if she does get by on looks, that has its advantages. She might be your bartering. Oh, right, yeah. She's a 10. The only 10 I see. From Memphis. Oh, and I need Koro, who had logged off with the roll as well. I also need to holler at Koro and be like, hey, by the way, skills. Alright, bloop.
Alright. I redid my skills just a little bit. I didn't change either the tag, but I did change some of the alternate ones that I put skill points into.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I will be, once we're all done here and everybody is totally good with their character, I like to make my own note sheets, and so I'll have one that has kind of my own little breakdown of, like, top skills and abilities and stuff like that for referencing for each character. It's also where I will put in the goals. We can deal with that at game time.
Right. Well, I think my character's done, so...
Muy excelente. Oh, goals, there will be, like, quest objectives, but I use goal tables that were designed for the D&D 5e, but essentially you have a list of goals that are achieved during the game. Some of them are social, some of them are skill-based, some of them are combat-based, and then once you fulfill a goal, complete that task, whatever it is, you're awarded what would be in this game an action point. In D&D, I use it for inspiration, but since action points are spent kind of pretty much the same way, it'd just be an extra way to get those boosts and an extra flavor piece to put in the in-game stuff to look forward to. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of it too, like it's not. Some of it's no matter what, you still get the inspiration or the action point, so that's a benefit. But some of it is like take a particular type of damage, and then you roll a d6 on the different damage types. I think somebody the other day got taking acid damage. I don't know if that was in Star Trek or.
Right? Yeah, the Star Trek, I think.
You know.
No. Yeah,
It was
It was Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it was. Because it was.
They're like, no, wait. It was something sci-fi.
Yeah, something sci-fi and something that Brian plays, because I'm pretty sure he was the one that got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he asked if he could just trip acid, and if that would count.
I'll be flexible on that, because if you make your humanity save, you wouldn't take any damage from it, and thus not fulfill your goal. But if you or your resist drugs and torture skill would actually.
Yeah,
you would lose.
Damage from it.
I would have you lose humanity if you failed that roll.
That's fucked up.
Injuries. Brown acid at Woodstock. So, because I've heard mention of at least one, if not more, people having medical experience, what do you know specifically about LSD? And so when I was younger, the rumor was if you took 7 hits, either at once or in a lifetime, or maybe both, you would be considered legally insane. And I'm sure it was just bullshit talk, like Marilyn Manson having his rib removed, but you know how people talk. Any legitimacy for that? You do get items for tag skills. I will scroll in that while we talk about drugs for the kids.
It's true.
To what
It's true.
To what extent can you please elaborate for me? To as much as you know, not because I have any personal interest. We'll talk about that later.
It's like, well, it depends on the person. Some people are more susceptible to it. But it's like it affects the same part of your brain or something that schizophrenia does, or something like that. Where like
really
yeah, that's what I knew, but I don't know. Like, I'm not a professional or expert or anything, but that's what I heard was from the mental health group of life, not like the drug users, but the mental health people.
Okay.
So it has something to do with that, where like it can deteriorate your brain and like change it somehow so that you're more like you're schizophrenic.
And is schizo, and I'm not trying to use that in a derogatory sense, like that's just shorthand, and I'm not good with keeping up on, but is schizophrenia, that's not multiple personalities, is it?
No.
So can you elaborate?
Schizophrenia is like not being able to determine reality and imagination, basically.
So is it?
So what happens with
or please
what
by all
happens,
means, yeah.
What happens with LSD is it causes a psycho effect. The psycho, not psycho.
Yeah.
That's not the word I'm looking for.
Well, even
but
like
it,
aren't some
yeah,
of the effects themselves
effect.
psychosomatic? Well, that's a different thing. Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't let me say
No. It causes an effect of the brain, so you hallucinate. So you see shit, you hear shit, and it's kind of fucky. And you have good trips, you have bad trips.
Right.
Prolonged use will cause you to have consistent hallucinogen persisting disorder. I forget what it was called. HPPD, I think, but I'm not 100% on that. But this is, again, my medical experience has been a decade ago. But once you have it, you're having constant flashbacks. You're seeing shit that's not there. So while it's not schizophrenia, it's schizophrenia. Because you can't dictate what's real and what's not. I mean, so you get diagnosed with schizophrenia when you have HPPD due to the effects of permanent LSD damage to the brain.
Okay.
And then that's where the whole, take 7 hits and you're fucked up. No, you take 7 hits, you're damaging your brain to the point that you're just having constant flashbacks that never happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure like how strictly severe like the number 7 was with that regard. Not because it has anything to do with this game, at least not yet. Give me ideas, right?
But tolerance.
That was just the
It depends on the person.
Okay.
Take everything I just said with like a grain of salt. My specialty was trauma.
Okay.
Like someone comes in with a hole in their chest or their limbs falling off, I'm like fucking there.
Well, that makes sense. You were a combat medic, right?
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm not a combat medic. Call me that again, I'll slap you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking. No. Corpsmen and army medics. We have this thing.
Oh, okay.
Put me in a room. Yeah, put me in a room with a combat medic, and we'll fucking just insult each other. But it's all in good humor. I mean, we both take a bullet for each other, that sort of thing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But yeah, no. I was a corpsman.
Okay.
Yeah, don't call me a combat medic. I was a corpsman.
Gotcha.
Fucking. But no, I was stationed at the trauma center for the Pacific Fleet in Okinawa, Japan. So I saw a lot of wounded stuff like that. But I never saw combat, unfortunately. Even though I tried to go with the Marines, such as it is. Life had other ideas.
Indeed.
Fucking.
As is apt to do.
I was too smart. Is that what it was? Nah, maybe not. But I was an EMT for a few years, so I was, medical coverage and seen scenes and shit like that. Mass casualty shit. When the earthquake blew that reactor in Japan, I was in Okinawa at the time, so we had an influx of people heading south for that. But so my specialty was trauma.
Oh yeah.
And got real good with burns because Marie, hey, watch this, Doc. I was like, I'll go get my med bag. Fucking dumbass. Yeah. Yeah, fucking hate every one of them. I love those motherfuckers. Look, no hands. Yeah, exactly. Look, no hands. Fucking face plant, teeth everywhere. Yeah. Fucking. But yeah, working in an ER for 4 fucking years and as an EMT, you see some fucked up shit. So yeah, I got real good with trauma, got real good with wounds. But I never, other than just basic training and dealing with the occasional overdose and stuff like that, yeah, I didn't really study too in depth into what drugs actually do to the brain. I know a few more things than the average person, like marijuana. THC is actually a mild form of acid that does actually kill brain cells.
A psychoactive.
Yeah.
The tetrahydrocannabinol.
Yeah, they're like, oh god, this is so much healthier than cigarettes. No, it's not.
Well, so I will argue to the death all day, every day that cannabis is safer than alcohol. And I will say that with a period statement at the end, not a question mark, like I have personal experience with all of the above. It absolutely kills brain cells. Also, too, there's a misconception that it's not addictive, and I can't speak to the chemical part because I'm not a doctor, but it is habit forming, and there are withdrawal symptoms. You can, like, get a hangover, kind of. Like, yeah, those things.
If it makes you feel good, it gives you dopamine, it's habit forming, period.
Yeah, touche.
Not a question mark, period.
Well, here we all are, all ravenously, rabid, foaming at the mouth, wanting to roll dice, right?
Right, exactly. But, it's late. We've made our characters. Just session's zero.
But yeah, anything that quote unquote, like, anything that is an enhancer is a poison. It's not a normal thing for your body, and any high, any of that you feel or drunk or whatever, is poison effect. It's not your body being like, you hit the happy fun button. Well, and you kind of do. I shouldn't say that. You do hit a happy fun button. You were talking about dopamine release and stuff. But
yeah, I mean, fucking anything that kills brain cells just boils down to use.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I drink alcohol. I don't kill my brain cells. It's because I don't drink more than I might have a beer or two or a glass of scotch maybe once or twice a month.
Oh yeah, that's not going to be super detrimental. Well, plus there's something. What's the landing on like a red wine? People say like if you just have a glass of red wine with your dinner every night, like that could be healthy. In addition to not being detrimental. Healthy. And I'm like, why are the rotten grapes okay, but the rotten wheat isn't? But they're different things. That's totally...
It's moderation.
Yeah.
Beer is actually not bad for you in moderation. While red wine is not bad for you in moderation. Alcohol is a blood thinner, helps relax the body and stuff like that. It's when you overdose on it, and alcohol is very, very easy to overdose on, then when it starts killing shit and affecting crap.
All right. Well, I watched... I had an alcoholic parent, and I wasn't abused, but there's definitely like the neglect because the booze becomes a priority. So
absolutely.
When there's change to be scrounged, chances are there's going to be beer bought instead of me being able to go to the laundromat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like Mark says, it all comes down to access and modern drinks.
It's not just drinks. Cannabis is definitely, like, in my lifetime, has by far and my dad used to talk about that. Like my dad's like, I can't handle the stuff from today. Like he grew up in the 70s weed, stems and sticks, and
Yeah, it's because they're specifically breeding it to be more and more potent.
Yeah,
and that's the issue. Is smoking a joint from back in the 60s or 70s is completely different from smoking a joint in today's society.
Yeah.
But it again comes down to moderation. Alcohol will pass from your system within a couple of days, hours to days. A joint passes through your system in about 8 days. One joint.
So the THC can be stored in your fat cells, and you can fail a drug test past a month with THC.
Yeah, but what you're not tracking is if you only have a joint every Saturday, you're still compounding the amount of THC in your body, and it will start affecting you more and more and more.
Yeah, it's a pity that one lingered, because like a crackhead can take a clean UA if they just can hold off for a couple days, but a pothead smoking a joint, you're screwed for the whole month. Like you just gotta and that's ridiculous to me. Like,
but don't get me wrong, when you take a step back and look at it from a top down, high level perspective, the amount of damage that even a week, you smoke a couple joints a week, and drinking, having one night of binge drinking does to you is so different. That they really should just take weed, say fuck it, legalize, same rules as alcohol, have fun.
Oh, yeah.
You can't drink, you can't drive with it in your system, you can't fucking operate shit with your system, you can't handle firearms and whatnot with it in your system.
And I'll say as well, they either need to make the legal age 18, or they need to raise military service to 21, or they need a special card for military service people who are between 18 and 21 that they can do the things. Only because if you can take a bullet, you should be able to enjoy every single other luxury. So I was not aware of that. I thought that you could go die for 3 years but couldn't have a drink.
No, if you're overseas, it is up to the command to let the people obey the laws of the country they're in or the laws of America. When I was in Okinawa... Well, yeah, but when I was in Okinawa, the 20-year-olds could absolutely go get hammered. Now, when too many 20-year-olds got hammered and then would break into locals' houses, they locked that shit down real fast.
Oh, well, as well they should.
Yeah, exactly.
I do mean in general, even the stateside.
In Germany, as long as you can reach the counter and pay for it, you can have a drink. So, like, 8-year-olds are having beer and shit.
Yeah.
So when you're an 18-year-old stationed in Germany, if your command allows it and no one's fucked up for a while, yeah, you can absolutely go have a drink.
Which is fair. That's good in itself.
You're expected to act like an adult, though. So you act like a drunk child, they're going to treat you like a drunk child.
Yeah. I also think that military people should not pay taxes, like sales tax at the counter.
With you on that. As an honorably discharged person, I will fucking agree with that completely.
I will say, on the other hand, I do think it's pretentious to demand a military discount on stuff. I think it should be given as a basis for everybody, and then it's just established. There's no having to ask. There isn't like a weird category. And I'm not saying like take away from like USAA. You can still cater to families. I don't want to step on that.
Yeah, don't confuse someone asking, "Hey, we all give military discounts," with someone being pretentious.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone asks, oh no, we don't. Oh yeah, sure we do. That's fine. But if someone's like, "Hey, I was in the military, give it to me," yeah, no, punch that fucker in the face.
I wouldn't punch him.
Oh, I would. Just shut up.
Yeah. And I only have like limited observation. I've of course seen Karens online plenty, but like the military people in my family have never tried to push that line. So
yeah, most military people I've ever served with has never been that kind of people. The people that are like that are the people that go in, do one enlistment, get out, and think they're just badass batshit, fuck all, whatever. And then the officer wives. God damn, do not get me started on hippopotamuses. Dependopotamuses. Fucking.
I love
damn
that, like,
near.
there
Oh God, I damn near got in trouble
like,
in the ER one day.
Not living, of course, the lifestyle or being integrated into that subset of society. It's always fun for me to hear nicknames like, I wouldn't have even thought that there would have been developed a nickname for military wives that within the community they knew and shared. But outside, now that I know that there is one, I'm like, well, duh, of course they would. Like, that's how language nicknames develop, yeah.
Fucking, we had one, her officer, a fucking commander, that's like an 04, was in, she was in the ER, something stupid. She had like flu-like symptoms, stuff like that. We had people literally on life support, someone on fucking ventilation. We're fucking over there a couple beds down trying to keep some asshole alive. She reaches out, grabs a nurse's wrist, and refuses to let go until she has her say. And I was like walking over there to fucking chew that officer out. As a little E3 enlisted, I was gonna fucking tear his ass. And like my nurse saw this, and fucking got her let go, and like put her hand on my shoulder and pulled me back to the fucking other room. Yeah, fucking goddamn, that pissed me off. I mean, we're trying to save someone's life, and here some asshole is, with her head up her ass, ignoring everything because she thinks it's her right. Hated it with a passion. It is what it is, though. Fucking, anyway, it looks like, I'm done. It's midnight. I'm going to go ahead and bounce.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think
I'll
actually wrap up. I'll be taking notes and filling in some blanks, double checking stuff. So, of course, in Discord I can bother
I don't have
people
work
if I
tomorrow,
need.
so I'm probably gonna probably just fuck around. But I am looking forward to getting the Fallout thing started, and I'll increase my Patreon that I have signed up for under you.
Oh yeah, at your leisure. Session zeros are free, so this doesn't count. I think I tried to let everybody know, but I'll just say it again. It's weird to charge for character creation development stuff. So was that an elitist thing with the officer's wife? Like, they're just like, sorry, we're part of the upper brass, and you can just slum it with your little fucking peons.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And then it doesn't help that a lot of officers' wives will get together and form their own little clubs.
And so then the kids will trickle down to who gets to,
they'll feed into each other's ego.
RBB girls.
Right. I mean, fucking. You know what? The bad thing is none of these are just women that you even want to be around. They're just mean and horrid, venomous. And it's like, how did you even marry someone?
Well,
And then when you talk to the officer, they're like, "Yeah, I love her. I also love that highly increased paycheck."
yeah, there
And
are
I'm like, well,
incentives.
shit.
So there is an observation for me. If you go out to the bar, and I think if you're single, and even douchey people who aren't single will go to the bar
Right.
with maybe a hope or an expectation. The desperation to fulfill that will lower standards as time and intoxication go on.
Right.
I'm referencing both beer goggles and just like loneliness. Cleavage is very distracting, and so I think they can be
Amen,
caught
brother.
up with a low-cut
Preach-
shirt
preach
and
that word,
beer
brother.
goggles. And parallels to, I know Dooney is here. I know there's an equivalent, like if a girl goes to the bar and, you know, I can't speak to that, but I'm sure like you look at bulges or something, or how bald they are, or whatever. Like there are certain things just like for. So anyway, so like as standards are lowered, then you don't realize till you wake up. But then too, you've been validated a little, and you found somebody who's seen you naked, and you don't want them to tell secrets about you, even though that's a ridiculous thing. But we all have our insecurities, so I think people get trapped. And it just starts with like that chance encounter at the bar, and two people, and I think both sides probably maybe you lower standards, maybe you're desperate, maybe you settle, and there's compromise always. That's different from settling. Oh, there's an equation for it. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Oh, side stripper. Yeah. So I guess when you travel from port to port,
Yeah, but a lot of people, male and female, have made careers out of targeting military personnel, suckering them into a relationship.
Well, see, that's just
marrying
it. People
them.
know when they're in town.
Yeah,
Like it's
marrying
talked
them.
about.
And then the thing is in the military, once you're married, if you divorce your wife for anything other than infidelity or blatant physical abuse, they get half your paycheck for the rest of your career.
Half.
Yeah, it's damn
Sorry,
near
that's
half.
an Eddie Murphy thing.
Yeah, it's stupid. It is ridiculous. So all they have to do is be nice and sucker someone in until they're married, and then they can just let themselves go and be the real venomous asshole that they are.
And just get trapped in.
And you see it often. And during that little bit of time that they're trapping them, the people fall in love with the person.
Well, then too, like that's without child support and
yeah, that's not even counting having a bigger family, because the paycheck goes up, benefits go up.
Mirage saying, yeah, they do both. So sometimes they just like the uniform look, and it's something about responsibility. You know, they might probably like work out more than average, and
yeah, that's
I was leaving
money.
for last the gold digger part because that's in everything, but that is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm a hopeless romantic. I always like to assume that the motives are best. So like maybe it's just what you're into. Like they're clean, they have to keep their hair cut low and stuff like that. They probably won't have lice or like dirty underwear. They have to keep their shoes
when I
clean.
enlisted back in 2008, we actually went through classes that explained all this. I mean, they teach. Well, the sailors. I was Navy. I wasn't Army. They teach sailors this in recruit training.
Is it like a Fallout video presentation? Dun dun dun! When you are under target at the bar, be aware of the pickaxe. Coming in with a miner's helmet and stuff into the bar.
Right. Everything is just death by PowerPoint in the Navy.
Lord.
So it's PowerPoint slides. There's no pictures or nothing, but. Yeah. I mean, they teach you this. It's like, hey, people will target you. You will feel, appreciated. That's their job.
Oh yeah.
Got to be on the lookout.
Oh
People
no,
still just keep
validation is huge. That hit me like straight up. Like, I just know that that's a tactic that works on me. I have fallen prey to it.
Yeah, some pretty lady flickers her eyes, touches your fucking weenus. Dude, that's your elbow, if you don't know.
You touch your elbow, yeah. Oh, she touched me.
Yeah,
we're in love.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Swat a fly, like, ooh. No. Don't get any ideas.
I got you. That is what it is. I can get on that soapbox in 3 hours. Then 9 months later, you got a brat like her, him, her, it, yeah. Fucking. I can't say much. My dad was in the Army. I'm fairly certain I know how I came about. There you go.
Yeah, well, it's very different. Like my stepdad was in Vietnam, and like he came back
era.
and dealt with all the bullshit. Like people who served in Iraq during post 9/11 and stuff, the military was celebrated. Even for people who are anti-war, we're still supportive of armed service people. Very different for those who served in Vietnam when they're called baby killers and spat on and stuff. And it's like, dude, the government forced me to go. Like, conscription was a thing. They were drafted a lot. Like, not even volunteer service. So they're forced to go do stuff. And then all of the crimes of the couple bad apples and the stories that leak out.
No, it's not even the couple of bad apples.
Hippie whiners. I don't know the prevalence of the crime that happened. I just it's not fair for everyone to be cast with it is all.
No, the Vietnamese would strap explosive vests to children and then order the children to run towards soldiers. So the soldiers either had to kill them or die themselves. That didn't just
happen there. That happened in Iraq. A good friend of mine had to shoot a kid because he refused to stop. Like the kid was approaching. He tried to tell him to stop, wouldn't. They have their orders. He had to shoot him, and now lives with that the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It is.
If the soldier shoots him and survives,
will have like any health needs paid for, and
yeah, exactly. I knew a Humvee gunner for the Marines because as a corpsman, I worked with the Marines a lot. He was telling me that his squad mate couldn't pull the trigger on a kid in Iraq that was throwing a brown paper bag at their Humvee. They didn't know what was in it. It was a security threat. It could have been an explosive.
Doesn't matter if it's dog shit or a grenade. You don't know.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah, you don't know. The sergeant in the Humvee was screaming, "Shoot that kid!" Because you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And they threw the bag. It hit the Humvee. Thankfully, it was just a big pile of shit. But yeah, he couldn't do it, so they pulled him down. He got in trouble, and they put someone else on the gun.
And that's the difference of like our military versus like Vikings. Like a warrior and a soldier are different. Soldiers have to be trained to follow orders because they can't see the whole battlefield and they don't know what they're affecting.
Exactly.
So like when you're a pawn on the chessboard, like the pawn doesn't get to turn and be like, I don't want to kill the knight. No, you need to. Or I don't want to be sacrificed to the knight. Well, that opens it up to take the queen. Sorry about your luck. You are a pawn and you signed up for it.
That's one of the reasons for the rift between officers and enlisted. When you're around an enlisted officer, especially, again, Navy, not Army, so I'm going to say like a line officer. Army don't have line officers. They have combat individuals. But a line officer is an officer that takes charge of the ship, makes tactical decisions, shit like that. So very similar to an Army personnel in combat. But if you're around a line officer, there's a wall. They won't even look at you. They fucking if they say you do something, you hop to it.
Yeah.
And it's there for a reason.
You should be asking how high while in midair.
Yeah,
you already have made Navy
and
like that. My sister was in the Navy. That's
you told me that. And there's a lot. There's a few officers I served with, especially the medical personnel, that they took me under wing, taught me everything I know. They're fucking awesome officers. But when you're around a line officer, there is that rift there, and you don't even try to breach it. They will chew you out and write you up in a heartbeat because it was taught to us that that officer has to look you in the eye and tell you, hey, go die for me so we can take that beach.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do it. I mean, he's not going to phrase it like that, of course. He's like, hey, hold this position. And then they're going to go do what they need to do, fully knowing that you're going to die. And it is what it is. They need to have that rift there, or it'll never... 9 out of 10 of them, they just couldn't do it.
Mm.
They couldn't order a friend to go die.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Friends
Yeah, exactly. They
in
won't be
business
able
are
to do their job.
difficult. I mean, even to like have a friend as a coworker or subordinate or something, like, yeah, blurring
Right.
those lines is tricky. And you have to have a leader. There has to be somebody who can
I'm glad I
make
went
even
in.
a coin flip when there's a tie, but
Reading
something there
Mirage
has to be.
messages there. Yeah, I'm glad I went in because when I was younger, when I was 27,
Me too. I'm kind
I
of
did-
insubordinate
I didn't
in
do
my
shit.
nature.
I didn't do shit with my life. I was just bouncing from job to job. I had no focus, no discipline, and so that helped me out a bit.
Yeah, in retrospect, I think I told you, Torth, who I actually wish that I had entered in.
You still could get
partially
into shape.
because-
I have an age waiver.
I don't have time to work out but no, like I said, like I did pretty well on the ASVAB except for auto mechanics, so I could have likely gotten into like military intelligence or done like the ROTC or whatever it is where you go to school and then you have a rank. I mean,
Yeah.
there would have been options like.
Absolutely,
I don't think I
got
would
shit
have
figured
necessarily
out.
been a grunt in the field. I
No,
think
you
I'm
would have been grunt. Everyone's a grunt.
Well, I mean,
Everyone
of course
starts
to
off
start,
grunt.
but
Yeah.
depending on command, I'm more mentally gifted than I am physical. So hopefully they
Even if
want to
it's a room-
utilize that somehow.
Even if it's a room full of chiefs and there's only one senior chief, that senior chief will absolutely delegate to the other chiefs. Hey, you do this, you do
Oh,
that.
100%, yeah.
And they absolutely become grunts. The E6 grunts. Yeah.
The Air Force seems like the most fun, but like I've heard that it's frowned upon by others because like you have to do less bar pull-ups to qualify and stuff. And this is speculation. I do not know, but I've heard it's frowned upon as such. Like those are the wussy ones.
It's not
or
less.
something.
It's not so much
Army
frowned
chapters,
upon as
okay.
it is we just give them shit because they have the highest, all the best goodies, and they're like if an Air Force person
spoiled
is in
with
an
their
army,
toys.
right? If an Air Force person is in an army barracks, they get hazard pay because of the state of the army barracks. If an army personnel's in an Air Force barracks, they're like in the fucking Hilton. I mean, it's fucking.
Chapel.
And that's just the way it is. So, I loved going to Camp Kadena. Kadena is the Air Force base on Okinawa. They had all this. They had big theaters. They had great entertainment. They had golf courses.
Wow.
Yeah, Air Force spoils their people, but they have a high budget, and for a good reason, obviously. I don't know why. Navy has more.
There's another reason to just like shack up with somebody because then you get to get Mirage sharing. Yeah, like well, you know.
Yeah, I mean the Navy has more planes than the Air Force. So
there's another page to these perks. Aw, buddy. You know, her face ain't that bad when there's makeup on. He isn't that skinny, I guess, wearing the right shirt. Put up with that.
But at the same time, Army has more votes than Navy. Figure that one out.
Say again, sorry?
Army has more boats than the Navy. The Navy has more planes than the Air Force.
Is that because of the carriers and then troop
Absolutely.
transports? Yeah. So there's part of it that has a sense to it, but yeah, it is counterintuitive on.
You can figure it out pretty quick. Yeah, you can figure it out pretty quick when you think about it. But yeah, it's a fun little statistic.
Yeah, I really do love those things. They all float.
I never did get on a carrier. I've always wanted to.
Same.
Fucking, they're just they have their own.
I've gone by them. Bremerton has a naval shipyard, so they're so huge. I don't even know how they get into the peninsula. Like, how would you even make it into the bay here? But yeah, they're massive.
They don't sail into the bay; they get pulled in.
Like the main square of my hometown. My hometown has a light, not a stop sign. So if that tells you anything, like the main intersection, but like the grocery store and then across the gas station, 2 bars, of course, nearby. Fitting, a couple barbershops. But like that main square, I'm pretty sure in like sheer volume is less than a carrier. So I always just pictured them as just massive floating cities. And that's been alluded to. Well, even in Fallout, the Enclave was hiding out on a boat.
Let's see here. The current crew of a carrier is, goddamn, how many people are on carriers? I know it's between 5 and 10,000.
A lot.
Yeah, they're essentially floating towns and cities.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the actual numerical count, but it's somewhere between 5 and 10,000 people. And that's just the crew. That's not even the auxiliary people that are there, because they have their own shopping malls and theaters and carriers. The bigger ones, the more modern ones have them. The old, the Nimitz class World War II carriers, well, the Nimitz is newer, but like the old Enterprise from World War II. Absolutely not. That was absolutely a warship.
Right.
But still, absolutely just massive. I mean, even that one had a few thousand people on it. And just, they're huge. And their stabilizers are so well done in the carriers that even though the ocean is slamming them, they don't move. It takes a lot for a carrier to move back and forth. And I mean, unless they're going like bow into a huge like tidal wave, yeah, they don't go up and down. I mean, they stay level. They're built to do that.
They're big, yeah.
Yeah, they're absolutely built to do that. It's planes can land. It's really interesting when you see the seaplanes land for a carrier, because they can't land on the carrier, obviously, right?
Right.
But the carrier will do this giant S maneuver, and because it's so big, when it does the S maneuver, that S will block the waves in the individual pockets of the S,
right,
and calm the seas down briefly, that the plane can land on a calm sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I've never been on a museum carrier. I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to go see the Constitution in, was it Boston? That would be neat.
I've heard Austin is a cool city in general.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, Bubba. I thought you said Austin, because
No,
you're from
Austin.
Texas, so...
Yeah, Austin's inland.
Okay.
Houston's on the coast.
Gotcha. Yeah, I do not know Texas geography well at all.
Yeah, Galveston has the USS Texas, actually, which is fantastic. Texas has the Texas. It got damaged in a hurricane, but oh god, I'm so glad they got donations to repair and whatnot. That is a work of art, and goddamn it, but it's not one of the last great battleships of World War I and World War II. It's the only one that hit its targets in D-Day, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Fucking 2-0 Texas. Yeah. Yeah, it's, oh god. Fucking the balls on that captain, though. It's like, hey, our guns don't have the elevation to hit our targets. Oh, what can we do? Well, we can flood half the ship and then get the elevation. Fuck it. Flood half the ship. Yeah. Just fucking great.
Okay, I'm gonna head out.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Good night.
We could probably...
Good night.
Sounds like time is raising.
Yeah, it's after midnight. We've been talking to everything from LSD to World War II death, so...
Well, pretty comfy with characters. I will, of course, bug you guys periodically as I assess and get my notes compiled, and then we'll be ready to go same time next week for our first game.
Absolutely. I can't wait to kick my first mole
World
rat.
Economics, let's.
I'll let you know what the mister says.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have him join, and I'll turn off seeking new members for now. I don't want things to fill up too heavy, and if he joined us, of course, that'd be like the sweet spot for party groups, so we'll kind of have that held in place for him and twist his arm. Be glad to have him join.
Okay.
We're at 4. If Perez joins 5.
We are 5.
We are 5.
Because Koro had logged out a little bit early.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
All right. Have
Take
a
a
great
night, Miss
evening.
Judy.
All right, and so for for you guys. If anything comes up, let me know. Oh, I do have one curiosity. I didn't see which version of the Mr. Handy Goose was going with, unless it was just the standard domestic model Mr. Handy.
That prompts me to ask the question: is Vault 7 an older vault or a newer vault?
It's a little bit older, very early constructed.
Then I'm going to go with the Pip-Boy 2000 model, as the Pip-Boy 3000 model is a later version.
It is a later version. Everybody would have access to the same level of Pip-Boy. I don't know if the book itself defines a difference.
There's no difference. It's just aesthetic.
Okay. Well,
like my guy
there are
Pip-Boy
some
2000.
subtle things. I know, like there's like a biomonitor on one of them that they took away from in 4. There's also like the claspy mechanism versus the latching in and digging into your skin. The Pimp Boy.
Gotta get the Pimp-Boy. Hell yeah! Fucking gold studs, gold inlaid diamonds.
Bedazzled.
Yeah, bedazzled. Fucking, I rocked that thing when I was playing.
It is your melee weapon. It's solid gold. You just gotta bitch slap everyone with it. Kill them all.
As much as I like
I'm
the
normal Mr. Handy.
and as much as I like the radio stories, I would love some actual Fallout 3 and 4 2 music.
So I could get, of course, all the specific oldies music. I have currently like the general background music from Fallout 4, the soundtrack, not the songs.
Do you
I have
get it
some
from
acoustic,
YouTube?
Yeah. I have some acoustic grunge, and then I have a soundtrack from Eddie and the Cruisers, which is oldies, just to kind of mix it up, because I could, of course, go and acquire all the same exact songs that we've all heard a million times, because I like the oldies genre. That's doesn't bother me at all. So I do have some stuff that will play into that. Are you definitely wanting that to be a consistent emphasis?
Oh, absolutely. It's
As per
just
what
a
we're all
theme
used
with the
to.
game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like
so- yeah, go ahead.
That's a link I go to every now and then.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's 3 New Vegas and 4.
I will open that up so that it's in my history there.
I should
Yes,
totally make a
indeed.
guy named Pete, a meleeer guy named Pete, and just go around butchering people. That's the only song he listens to on his Pip-Boy on repeat.
So, I probably don't have to tell you, but that is a metaphor.
Absolutely.
Listening to the lyrics, yeah. It's the oldies version of hide your kids, hide your wife.
Right.
4 intelligence. That's going to make your science checks less successful. Do what you want to do.
I wish we could get our intelligence down to 1. I would totally do that. Sit there drooling.
If you have an intelligence of 1, you do in fact have to start the game with headgear.
Absolutely.
You weren't sent on a mission. You were sent to die.
You were sent out.
Listen, we need to clean up the gene pool here a little bit. And, well, I heard this thing about Spartans throwing them off the cliff. Like, what's, that's terrible.
Absolutely wonderful. Hey, we need you to go find the tallywhacker. Oh, what's that? It's a magical stick. It's out there somewhere. Have fun.
I also did, as mentioned, I have a fairly good selection of acoustic versions, like MTV Unplugged, if you will, of a bunch of songs, just because that kind of fits like the Seattle grunge era, even though that's late 80s, early 90s. It's not part of the classic.
I mean, she's
Fallout,
not
retro futurism, but
right. She's not.
I've got
She's
room
not
for that
in
vibe.
any of the. To my knowledge, she's not in any of the Fallout games. But you can look up music by like people like Teresa Brewer, fantastic artist.
Yeah, for me, so my favorite oldies would be Roy Orbison. Of course, I grew up on the Beatles. I know Beatles all day. But yeah,
I like a good.
Ricky
I like the
Nelson,
Rat
Herman's
Pack.
Hermits.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Rat Pack myself.
The Rat Pack is good. So I actually, Frank Sinatra is tricky to listen to because he doesn't like to adhere to traditional like song. Like he kind of goes off his own way, and he's Frank. He can get away with it, like whatever. But if it was anybody else, like it would kind of be annoying.
Yeah, and the songs are kind of dirty if you really listen.
Oh, they all are. Yeah, everything is innuendo for banging. Just like whenever in an old-timey,
great.
The old-timey movies, whenever there's a guy and a girl in the room and the guy lights a cigarette, they're not smoking.
Right.
Oh, Nancy, yeah. Boots were made, right?
And then,
so,
you know,
since you like old-timey stuff, there is a movie called Robin and the Seven Hoods. You're welcome. You also said you like musicals, you like the gangster stuff. Like, I don't know why I didn't mention this movie scene. It also has Peter Falk, so but it's the Rat Pack, and it's a gangster
Dean,
20s.
Sammy?
Yeah, it's a gangster 20s kind of retelling of the Robin Hood story. Like Frank Sinatra's name is Robbo, and Dean is Little John and stuff. Sammy Davis is Scarlet. What the hell was his name in Robin Hood?
Robin and the Seven Hoods. You got it. I think I have something to watch when I'm farting around with nothing to do.
Yeah, no. Tell me what you think. Again, because it is a musical, which is a hard sell. I absolutely love that movie and everything about it. Like, dude,
I like musicals, so.
So later, when I start singing Mr. Booze, you'll be able to sing along, and that'll be perfect.
Oh shit! No, hell, fuck no.
Mr. B-double-O-Z-E.
I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, sir.
Neither can I. You hear me when I sometimes like quote songs and do shitty renditions. It's something I do. Don't worry about that. We're not being judged. But yeah, gosh, knowing you, if I were to like get you a birthday present, it would be that movie on DVD.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
I would even go break out my old VHS DVD player because I'm old school that way.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of VHSs. Anyway, yeah, it's fucking 30 minutes after midnight. I'm gonna go and
all right, yeah, same. I super appreciate you guys jumping on with character creation and short notice. Mirage, thank you for dealing with the chat and my stuff.
I've been reading what you're saying. I promise. It's just I couldn't X out the window here because then I'd have no idea what you're saying. No worries. You have fun. Looking forward to next Friday.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, have a great evening. And yeah, I'll actually see you, Torfu, tomorrow for Space Rangers.
In space.
In space.
What is tomorrow's episode?
Damsel in Distress.
That's right. Oh, yeah, because the last one was The Doctor's Wife or something like that.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and the one before that was Attack of the Killer Space Laser.
Yeah.
What it?
Killer Laser Space Cloud. Something like, I don't remember.
Killer Laser Space Cloud. Yes, absolutely join us, Mirage. It's fantastic. That's all we do the whole game. It's just old school sci-fi, shenaniganery. Yeah.
Mixed with Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, a little, yeah. And it's classic, and obviously, too, like, some things, because of the nature of the presentation, are spoiled a little bit. Like the Doctor's Wife, the first thing they said, they looked at the picture, and they're like, she's a robot. Immediately.
She's a robot.
Yep.
Immediately. Like, done, called it. Yeah. We've all seen the old B movies and the old sci-fi stuff, so we just know. But
that's funny. His name is Richard Richardson. There's a lot of alliteration as is necessary as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like my character here. Let me put it in chat for you. This is my character's name in the game. Like Richard Richardson. My friends call me Dick. Just yeah. It's just me and Brian at the moment. Fucking more than welcome to join us.
Right.
Anyway, I'm gonna get off this thing.
All right.
You guys have fun.
All right. I too will be heading out. Thank you guys again. Feel free to harass me anytime on Discord. If I don't respond, it's just because I'm sleeping or in the bathroom. I will respond as soon as I can. So, at your leisure, of course.
I hope you don't respond when you're in the bathroom.
No. I hate that. All right.
You guys have a good night.
Have a good one.